വന്നവരോ നാമെല്ലാം തെയ്തേ അഴിവു കാലം വന്നടുത്തു അലയുന്ന നിൻ മക്കളെ തെയ്തേ അഴിയായി വണ്ണം കാത്തരുൾവാൻ കഴിവു പേശുക മാർത്തോമൻ തെയ്തേ പട്ടുടൻ പണി പുടവ പവിഴമുത്തു മാലയും തെയ്തേ അലങ്കരിച്ച പന്തലിൽ വന്നുതക വേണം മാർത്തോമൻ തെയ്തേ അലങ്കരിച്ച പന്തലിൽ വന്നെഴുന്തരുൾക മാർത്തോമൻ തെയ്തേ അലങ്കരിച്ച പന്തലിൽ വന്നരുൾ തര താകരുതീ തത്താതി മൃതത്തേ മരമോട് കല്ലുകൾ കനകം വെള്ളി മനമിയലും പടിച്ചെമ്പുമിരുമ്പും മറ്റും പല വക വേണ്ടും പണികൾ മഹിമയോടരിമകളെല്ലാം ചെയ്യും മനുവിവാദിത്തം തികിതത്താം കറുതിത്തേ ഇമ്പമോടരുപികൾ തിരുമണസാലെ ഇയൽ വഴി തീയം വിശ്വമിടങ്കയിലായവനൊരുവൻ വിധിയുടെ അരജൻ തിരുമുൻപാകെ തക്കടകിടതകി 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 തകത 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 തീ തിക്കടകിടതകി 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 തികിത 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 തീ തക്കടകിടതകി ആ തകത തീ തിക്കടകിടതകി ആ തികിത തീ തക്കടകിടതേ തിക്കടകിടതേ തക്കിട്ടേതാ ഇന്ത താങ്കടതേ ഇന്ത താങ്കട തക്കടകിടതകി വിശ്വമിടങ്കയിലായവനൊരുവൻ വിധിയുടെ അരജൻ തിരുമുൻപാകെ വിധി പോലെ വാദാകൃതിത്തേ ആനന്ദം വരുമാറും മാലാകമാൻ തിത്തര ആകാശേ കൊണ്ടങ്ങു ലോകം ചേർന്നു ആചാര ജഡരമാടക്കുമ്പോലെ തിത്തര ആകയാൽ കൂടി പൊതിയുന്ന പോൽ ആത്മാവും ജഡരത്തിൽ പൂരിച്ചുടൻ തിത്തര ആലസ്യം കൂടാതുയർത്തു രാജൻ കീർത്തിച്ചു വാഴി പോലാരിച്ചരെ തിത്തര കൃത്യമതെല്ലാവർക്കും വേണമെന്ന് തിത്തര പെട്ടോരു മുനിവരൻ തന്നെ കണ്ട് തിത്തര കാൽക്കൽ വീണാടുതു പീഴയും ചൊല്ലി തെയ്യത്തേ മനഗുണമുടയവനരുളാൽ വാനവൻ മഹിമയോടെത്തിയണഞ്ഞുടനെ മറുതല നെറികെടും അതിനൊരു തേരതിൽ മംഗളമായവർ പുകീച്ചെ കൈക്കൊണ്ടവർ ഒരു ഞൊടിയളവാൽ ചെന്നറിയിച്ചവർ ചിന്നമലയ്ക്ക് കരുണയോടിതു വഴി ചൊൽവതിനഴകാൽ അങ്ങുമിങ്ങും മനസ്സിത് പരിചയ നലമുട് പലവക കിന്നര മഴകാൽ നന്ദുനിയും കുള പലതരമേ തീത്തി തകതക തീത്തി തകതക തീത്തി തകതക തീത്തിത്തേ നന്മ വരും വക പലമൊഴിയൊരു നന്നമലുക്കുൾ പുലമ്പീതേ തീത്തി തകതക തീത്തി തകതക തീത്തി തകതക തീത്തിത്തേ ഉടമ്പിൽ നിന്നുയിരെടുത്താകാശേ ഉയരവനിരിപ്പിടം പുകീച്ചേ വച്ചുതനം ഇത് മക്കളും അനുദിന മരുള് വഴിക്കു നടപ്പവരെ തീത്തി തകതക തീത്തി തകതക തീത്തി തകതക തീത്തിത്തേ വൻവിനയൊഴിയ പെരിയവൻ അഴിവഴി തിരമൊഴി തേടി പുലരാമേ തീത്തി തകതക തീത്തി തകതക തീത്തി തകതക തീത്തിത്തേ തിത്തതകത തികിതത്താം തികിതകതകത തികിതത്താം കരുതിത്തത്താം കരുതിത്തത്താം കരുതിത്തത്തത്താ
George Eliot once said that it is only in the agony of parting that we look into the depths of love. Good morning to respective teachers, students, and finally our guests of honor of today. I welcome you all to this bittersweet occasion where we bid farewell to two of the most important dignitaries of St. Teresa's College today. Our dear principal, Dr. Lizzy Mathew, and our beloved professor, Dr. Latha Nair. They have been welcomed here today by the Margamkali dance group in remembrance of their active encouragement when it came to promoting holistic development in Teresans everywhere. This moment is indeed a heartwarming one as we dedicate today's program to two of the greatest teachers without whom this college would inevitably be incomplete. Both of you have touched the lives of every single person in this auditorium today, and we wouldn't be half the people we are if it weren't for you. We welcome you to the retirement function.
Dance is an art form that describes what words cannot. To watch a dance is to hear the language of the heart. Therefore, to officially start off this function, I welcome Nivedya and team onto the stage for a breathtaking performance as a tribute to the retiring faculty.
Thank you, girls. That was a wonderful performance. St. Teresa's College will always be indebted to both the teachers who've given their all to this institution. They have always been the true embodiment of the Theresian spirit. Therefore, let's all rise for the college anthem. Now, before we begin the formal function, let's invoke the blessings of the Almighty. I call upon Joan Thomas, Jessica Thomas, and Anna Nicholas for the prayer. Kindly rise.
Was grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Before we begin the formal section, let's turn our eyes to the screen to watch a special little gift curated by our students to the dear teachers.
I'm Janet Chiran of 2nd MSc Botany. We are all familiar with the saying that the art of teaching is the art of assisting discoveries. I personally believe that the art of assisting people to become who they are is the greatest selfless art a person can showcase. And I'm really happy to say that our dearest principal Lizzy ma'am is one such a kind of teacher. She has never failed to become an aesthetic artist of her own kind with n number of splendid qualities. And it's really difficult to describe her in few powerful words because her power as a teacher, as a woman, as a mother, as a caretaker, as a pure soul is beyond words. We love you, ma'am. We really do. And coming to retirement, it's nothing related to an end. It's just a beginning to conquer the world you wishes to make yours. Also, you being a hilarious nature lover, the nature for sure will serve, protect and look after you as a return gift. Wishing you a prosperous life ahead. Miss you, ma'am.
Dear ma'am, words cannot describe what you really meant for us. We still remember each and everything you taught us. You are not just a teacher but a mother to us who encourages us in every way, and on the other hand, the one who scolds us if we did something wrong. You did everything you could to help your students shine. Your dedication, patience and kindness will never be forgotten. Thanks for being a teacher so passionate and caring. May God grant you all your wishes as you retire from work. Thank you.
What a teacher writes on the blackboard of life can never be erased. Hello, Lizzy ma'am. You had been an inspiring teacher who had always been there for us, even during the busiest schedule. Your dedication and passionate nature has always inspired me.
ഹലോ മാം, ലിസി മാഡത്തിൻ്റെ റിട്ടയർമെൻറ്റ് കേട്ടപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ ആദ്യം കരുതി മിസ്സിന് അത്രയും പ്രായമായോ റിട്ടയർ ചെയ്യാമെന്നായിരുന്നു. 5 വർഷം സെൻറ്റർ SSC പഠിച്ചതിൽ HOD ആയിട്ടാണെങ്കിലും ക്ലാസ് മിസ്സായിട്ടാണെങ്കിലും പ്രിൻസിപ്പളായിട്ടാണെങ്കിലും എല്ലാത്തിലും മിസ് പെർഫെക്റ്റ് ആയിരുന്നു. പെർഫെക്ഷൻ തന്നെയാണ് മിസ്സിൻ്റെ സക്സസ്. മൈക്രോടെക്നിക് ക്ലാസ്, മിസ്സിൻ്റെ PGയുടെയും UGയുടെയും നോട്ട്ബുക്സ് പൊതിഞ്ഞ് സൂക്ഷിച്ച് അതൊക്കെ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇപ്പോഴും റെഫർ ചെയ്യാൻ തരുന്നതൊക്കെ അതൊക്കെ സത്യമായിട്ട് ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് കിട്ടിയ വലിയ ഭാഗ്യം തന്നെയായിരുന്നു. മിസ്സിൻ്റെ ഇനിയുള്ള റിട്ടയർമെൻറ്റ് ലൈഫിൽ ഒത്തിരി സക്സസ്സും ഒത്തിരി സന്തോഷവും പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കുകയും ആശംസിക്കുകയും ചെയ്യുന്നു. താങ്ക് യു മാം ഫോർ എവറിത്തിങ്.
Hello, miss. How are you? I still cannot believe my ears that you're retiring. When I think of you, it is these adjectives that come to my mind. It is perfectness, discipline, and punctual. My first class with you was during my bachelor's for plant anatomy. I still am mesmerized by the beauty of the drawings which you used to make on the blackboard with such a short span of time. But as a class teacher, you were a true mother for all of us. During MSc days, I must say it is the crisp and detailed taxonomic studies that I still remember of. If at all I remember the flowers and plants around me, it is all because of you, miss. Thank you so much, dear Lizzy miss, for walking us through the world of plants. At this point, I wish you all the very best, days of joys and good health. You would definitely be there in all our hearts forever. And a big hug to you, dear miss. We love you, miss.
നമസ്കാരം, ഞാൻ ഡോക്ടർ അജിത് കുമാർ. ഇപ്പോൾ മലപ്പുറം ഗവൺമെൻറ് വിമൻസ് കോളേജിലെ ബോട്ടണി വിഭാഗം അധ്യാപകനായി വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുകയാണ്. എൻ്റെ പേരിന് മുമ്പിലുള്ള ഈ ഡോക്ടർ പദവി അത് ശരിക്കും ഡോക്ടർ ലിസി മാത്യു, ഇപ്പോൾ റിട്ടയർ ആകാൻ പോകുന്ന സെൻറ് തെരേസ കോളേജിലെ പ്രിൻസിപ്പൽ കം എൻ്റെ ഗൈഡ് ഡോക്ടർ ലിസി മാത്യുവിൻ്റെ സപ്പോർട്ടോടുകൂടി കിട്ടിയതാണ്. എനിക്ക് ഒരു PhD ഗൈഡ് എന്ന നിലയ്ക്ക് യാതൊരു വിധത്തിലുള്ള ഒരു എന്താ പറയുക ഒരു നിഷ്കർഷ സ്വഭാവം കാണിക്കാത്തൊരു ഗൈഡാണ്. നമ്മുടെ വർക്ക് എങ്ങനെ നമ്മുടെ സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യത്തിനനുസരിച്ച് നമ്മൾ എന്നാൽ മിസ്സിനോട് അഭിപ്രായം മാനിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ നമ്മുടെ വർക്ക് എങ്ങനെ മുമ്പോട്ട് കൊണ്ടുപോകാം എന്ന് മിസ്സിന് അത്രയും സപ്പോർട്ട് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്ന ഒരു ടീച്ചറാണ് ലിസി മിസ്. എന്നാൽ ഒരു തിസിസ് കറക്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ പാലിക്കേണ്ട എല്ലാവിധ കാർക്കശ്യങ്ങളും മിസ് പാലിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ ശരിക്കും പറഞ്ഞാൽ എനിക്ക് ഇപ്പോഴും ഞാൻ ഒരു ആഴ്ചയിൽ ഒരു ദിവസമെങ്കിലും മിസ്സിന് മെസ്സേജ് അയക്കാത്ത ദിവസമില്ല. കാരണം അത്രയും എൻ്റെ ജീവിതത്തിൽ അത്രയും ഒരു ഭാഗമായ ടീച്ചറാണ് ലിസി മിസ്. അപ്പോൾ ഈ മാർച്ച് 31 മിസ് റിട്ടയർ ആവുകയാണ്. മിസ്സിന് എല്ലാവിധത്തിലുള്ള ഭാവങ്ങളും റിട്ടയർമെൻറ്റ് ജീവിതത്തിൽ ഉണ്ടാകട്ടെ എന്ന് ഞാൻ ആശംസിക്കുന്നു. ഇനി മിസ്സിനെ വന്ന് ഞാൻ കാണും. മിസ്സിന് എല്ലാവിധ നന്മകളും നേരുന്നു.
For the world, you may be just a teacher, but for us, you are a hero. Yes, Lizzy ma'am have been a superhero, be it academics, personal grooming, or even extracurricular activities. Thank you ma'am for being with us whenever we needed you. Retirement is not the end of the road, but the beginning of a wonderful journey ahead. Best wishes ma'am.
Found you passing by in cold December. Lost in view, but still your face and your gaze I remember. Looking at the diamonds in your eyes, shine in the pale moonlight. We've come so far, looking up above into the sky. Everything just seems so fine. This is our time. Into the night, I feel alive. At 59, when we feel young. Reminiscing our days together. Found our names written in the stars forever. Looking back at all that we've been through, a fairy tale come true. I'm there for you, looking up above into the sky. Everything just seems so fine. This is our time. Into the night, I feel alive. At 59, when we feel young. Into the night, I feel alive.
I invite Ms. Meenakshi Dilip, the second EC representative, to welcome the audience.
Good morning, everyone. Retirement, it means nothing but a time for new adventures. Today, we celebrate them, we treasure them, and we remain grateful to them for being good mentors to us. Here's wishes to lots of fun and happiness in the years ahead. After the laborious climbing of the mountain, one can finally enjoy the picturesque view. A warm good morning to one and all, respected dignitaries, teachers, and fellow Teresians. It is indeed with great delight that I stand before you to welcome you all to the farewell function of our beloved Principal and Associate Professor of the Department of Botany, Dr. Lizzy Mathew, and our dearest Dr. Latha Nair, Head of the Department of English. I consider it a great privilege to extend a hearty welcome to everyone who has joined us on this occasion. First, me, welcome our most beloved Provincial Superior and Manager, Reverend Dr. Sister Vinita, CSST. Welcome, Sister. Next, I welcome our loving Director, Reverend Sister Emmeline, CSST. Though absent, she always keeps us in her prayers and stands as a strong pillar of support. Now, let me bestow a hearty welcome to our dearest Principal, Dr. Lizzy Mathew, on her special day, who has assisted us in not just the development of this prestigious institution, but also in enhancing our creativity and knowledge. Welcome, ma'am. Now, our heartiest welcome is due to our beloved Dr. Latha Nair, who was always there to guide and support the Student Union in innumerable times and incredible ways. I am delighted to welcome you to this auspicious occasion. I'm very much privileged to welcome our respected Senior Administrator, Dr. Sajimol Augustine, who accepted our invitation wholeheartedly to offer her felicitations to our dear retirees. We have Dr. Lisa Jacob, Associate Professor and Head of the Department of Botany, and Dr. Priya K. Nair, Assistant Professor, Department of English, for joining hands with us in reminiscing the good old memories with our Dwa Stars of the Day. Welcome, dear teachers. I would like to extend a warm welcome and love to the family members of our beloved retiring teachers who has joined us on this special occasion. Next, I welcome all the teaching and non-teaching members who came together to give a befitting adieu to their colleagues. Dear Teresians, let me welcome you all to Felicitas on behalf of your union. Hope this event would be as memorable as the journey of our dear luminaries till date. Thank you.
Thank you, Meenakshi. Now I invite our Provincial Superior and Manager, Reverend Dr. Sister Vinita, CSST, for the Presidential Address.
Dear Senior Administrator, Dr. Sajimol, Sister Emmeline in absentia, Dr. Lizzy Mathew, Principal, Professor Dr. Latha Nair, members of the family, faculty members of the college, dear students, friends, retired staff, two years have gone by. COVID has robbed us of 2 years. I remember the day when Dr. Sajimol Augustine was retiring. We could not even give a send-off. We closed everything. And now we are opening for another send-off of another principal. I used to teasingly tell Lizzy that you are a COVID principal, because she took charge when COVID said, I am here. And she's retiring when COVID said, I am becoming almost powerless. I feel that these 2 years, it was very difficult, a hard time, a time of turmoil. No decision was final. Every decision was evolving. And then to hold your peace and lead this institution, steering the ship, was not very easy. But Lizzy stood her ground, led the institution through these troubled waters, and we have reached here. I know she did not have all the opportunity this college could have offered. The company of students bustling in the campus, the many entertainments, the many endless programs, the life that the campus would have offered these 2 years. But you had enough and more troubles, which proved your mettle. And as someone was telling me, one of the visitors here, your principal can smile and then calmly answer the queries that we make. That's a great quality in Lizzy. Without getting perturbed, she led the institution. The management is grateful to you, madam, for taking up the responsibility entrusted to you in the bad time of the years, and for doing justice to the institution, to your duty, to your students, to your teachers and your colleagues. Now, when you are retiring, you can be happy that you had, or God had bestowed on you, the qualities of mind and heart to hold everyone dear to you, close to God and close to one another. God bless you and always keep you ever in His love. Coming to Professor Dr. Latha Nair. I belong to the same department. Yes, she is different. She is different. She is everywhere. She is forever. This campus has experienced a presence, I think, for 43 years. That's what she told me here. She came here as a student, and then she is retiring as a professor of the Department of English. Dr. Latha Nair, Professor Latha Nair, is not of this college alone. This campus is a multifaceted campus. from play school to research. I think Latha has walked in all these sections of the campus. When I was talking about her while the department was giving the send-off, I said, she is a Vadavriksham. പടർന്ന് പന്തലിച്ച് എല്ലാ സെക്ഷനെയും ഉൾക്കൊണ്ട ഒരു വ്യക്തി. She was there in the nursery, in the play school, in the primary, in the UP section, in the high school section, the higher secondary, in the college, in the arts club, in the deanship, everywhere. That's why her presence is felt. The other day, one of our sisters was talking, oh, Latha Nair is retiring. She used to come and give us, our students, classes, and wonderful. And her parents, when she was taking class for our students, like the parents of the students, they were crying. So she has got the art of making people cry, I think. My dear Latha Nair, you will be missed. Your vibrancy, your presence, your, what do you call that? Yourself, the campus will miss. And we have a very close bond. I think differently, she thinks differently. At the same time, we together could achieve for the college and also for the department much that we can only dream of. So Liz dreamt and things became possible. I have walked with her. We have gone to different places, places of impossibility. And made things possible, which we thought in the beginning impossible. Today, I wish her well. I hope, I pray that God will use her again in different ways to enliven the lives of many people, the students. I think she has got a plethora of relationships. Wherever she goes, she has friends. And something beautiful about her is she keeps and values this friendship. And she keeps them very close. And she will go out of all the ways to befriend them. That is a rare quality, the rarest of the rare. And she's busy every time. She's talking to this person, that person, and she never forgets the names of people. Sometimes I'll stand with her like a blinking. We may have met the people, and then we may have spoken to them and had a, maybe even business talk might have taken place, but I will forget everything. Sister Vinita, this is that person, this person. I have a blinking smile because I have forgotten them. But for them, for her, they are all in her mind, fresh and alive. And in this place itself, you have got many people sitting there. God bless. I would say there is God's plenty in both of you. Coming back once again to Lizzy Mathew, the campus fauna and flora became alive when she opened her eyes. And she named them and made them eternal in a book. Many achievements. The college, the Department of English, will ever remember Latha, as well as the Department of Botany will remember Lizzy Mathew for their specific contribution to the departments. The college will remember you both as persons with a heart and persons who can think differently and make changes in the lives of many. I wish both of you all the best. It is not a retired life that I am wishing you. It is a life full of activities, challenges, and growth. God bless you both. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Vinita. Now, to fill us with the divine presence, we have the Felicity Prayer by Olivia, Anne, Rita, and Senorita. Everyone, kindly rise.
Let us close our eyes, bow our heads for a moment, and say a small prayer for our dear teachers.
Give thanks with a grateful heart. Give thanks to the Holy One. Give thanks because He's given Jesus Christ, His Son. Give thanks with a grateful heart. Give thanks to the Holy One. Give thanks because He's given Jesus Christ, His Son. And now let the weak say, I am strong. Let the poor say, I am rich because of what the Lord has done for us. And now let the weak say, I am strong. Let the poor say, I am rich because of what the Lord has done for us. Give thanks.
Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you in thankfulness for the many years of service given by our dearest teachers, Lizzy ma'am and Latha ma'am. We thank you for the long-term contributions they have made in the execution of their daily tasks, in their loyalty to our institution, and their sharing of experience and wisdom with others. Lord, we are appreciative of their hard work and dedication. They have adapted to many changes over years and have made sacrifices of their personal time when the job demanded it. They have been excellent teachers, mentors, and have worked faithfully despite their own personal obligations, joys, and challenges. We pray your continued blessing on them during the next phase of their lives. May your presence be with them as they choose new paths and explore new horizons. May they be blessed with strong networks of friends and family to enjoy the journey that lies ahead. For this, let us pray to the Lord.
Lord, hear our prayer.
Lord, we thank you for the seasons of life, for the joy of childhood, the excitement of youth, and the stability of maturity. we thank you for the blessings that come with age, for all the happy memories to enjoy, for the wisdom that comes through experience, and the freedom that is given with retirement. Lord, we pray for your continued blessings on our beloved teachers during this next phase of their life. May your presence be with them as they choose new paths and explore new horizons. For this, let us pray to the Lord.
Lord, hear our prayer.
Lord, we give thanks for our beloved teachers, Lizzy ma'am and Latha ma'am, for the tremendous blessings that the institution has received as a fruit of their labor all through these years. Lord, we ask you to bless them for the commitment they have shown for the good of our institution, especially for us students. Lord, we ask your blessings upon them that you may continue to anoint and use them always in all seasons. We pray that this would be a new beginning. Keep them vigorous in body, mind, soul, and spirit. Open new doors of service that will satisfy their desire to give and that will make a lasting difference in the world. May they find many receptive hearts and minds for the wisdom they have to offer. May a new rhythm emerge, one that forms a beautiful balance between rest and engagement with life. For this, let us pray to the Lord.
Lord, hear our prayer.
Today, we leave them with this blessing from the book of Mathew, chapter 25, verses 23. Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness. And so, we end our prayer, thankful to the Lord for our beloved teachers, Lizzy ma'am and Latha ma'am, and grateful for all that they have done for us. Amen.
Now, let me invite our Senior Administrator, Dr. Sajimul Augustine, to felicitate the retiring faculty.
Most respected Provincial Superior and Manager, Reverend Dr. Sister Vinitha, our beloved Director, Reverend Sister Emmeline, stars of the day, Dr. Lizzy Mathew, Principal, and Professor Dr. Latha R. Nair, Head of the Department of English, and their family members, Vice Principal Dr. Alfonso Vijaya Joseph, Student Deans Miss Rosemary Francis and Dr. Swati Verma, members of the teaching and non-teaching faculty, union members, and dear students, good morning. Today we have gathered here to honor and to express our love and gratitude to eminent faculty members of our college, Dr. Lizzy Mathew, Principal, and Dr. Latha Nair, Head of the Department of English, who spent around 3 decades of their life in serving this institution. I thank God, the Almighty, for all the blessings that we have received through these 2 great teachers, the 2 beautiful flowers of the Theresian garden. They are extraordinary teachers, and I appreciate their unique style of functioning in various capacities and their contribution to the growth and development of this institution. Dear Lizzy and Latha, you loved your institution, you loved your department, you loved your colleagues, and all the more, you loved your students. Your loving nature and friendly approach have added more sweetness and flavor to this campus and enriched it with the fragrance of your love. You will always be in the minds of your students as affectionate and committed teachers who taught them not only the subject but greater lessons of life that guided them to success. The Teresian family will miss two efficient leaders, inspiring teachers, and cheerful colleagues who are much loved and respected by their students and colleagues as well. Our principal, Dr. Lizzy Mathew, took up the huge responsibility of being the principal of this great institution with humble trust in God and prayer that kept her faithful in all that she has been entrusted to do. The COVID-19 pandemic has brought in unprecedented challenges in her way that has been tackled efficiently with her ability to multitask activities. Dear Lizzy, you were dedicated to your task, sincere to the core, simple in life, able to remain calm under pressure and never yielding to anger. The respect and care you showed to each one of us earned the trust and respect of all who came into contact with you. Being gentle and approachable, you always had a warm and welcoming smile for everyone. Your dynamic leadership style has motivated and empowered your students and colleagues. I deeply appreciate your openness in communication, your ability to listen and understand, and your capacity to take quick decisions, which made you a good administrator. Your accomplishments as a teacher and principal were enriching and enlightening to the entire Teresian community. Dr. Lizzy is a passionate researcher, and her dedication and commitment to research is commendable. As Sister mentioned, as a botanist, she takes keen interest in the flora and fauna of our college and has prepared an album of all plants in our campus. The exemplary manner in which Dr. Lizzy functioned as the staff advisor of PTA was the manifestation of her extraordinary administrative capacities. Dear Lizzy, I am sure that your contribution to this institution as a teacher, as a researcher, and as an administrator have raised the institution to a higher level and made an indelible mark in the hearts of students, parents, and teachers. Thank you, dear Lizzy. Dear Latha, you are an all-rounder, and your personality itself reflects your passion towards your profession. Your deep and unwavering faith in God, sincere and honest approach to everyone are the qualities that made you different and popular among the students and colleagues alike. You served this institution with utmost commitment and dedication without any limits. You were an indispensable part of all the activities of the college and in the forefront of all the new initiatives and shouldered responsible designations admirably. You never hesitated to take up any responsibility, big or small, and played an important role in the growth of the institution in many ways as a member of the Governing Council, NAC coordinator, research dean, and many more. Dear Latha, I was really touched at the effort you have put in as coordinator during the NAC visit and your hard work crowned with glorious success. As research dean, you coordinated the research activities of the college and took extra care and initiative in creating a conducive research culture in the campus. You worked relentlessly for the welfare of the college and the well-being of the students. One of the greatest lessons that you have taught us is that you cared for all of us and treated each and everyone as part of your family. You have scripted love and enduring respect in the hearts of all those who come across. You bestowed boundless love and motherly affection on your students. Your biggest achievement as a teacher is your ability to inspire young minds and your readiness to take personal care and interest in every student. Dear Latha, your friendly approach and loving nature for understanding each and every student, showing extra concern for them, both in academics and personal, will be lovingly remembered for a long time. You have touched the lives of many students and left an everlasting impression in their minds. Moreover, you maintained a cordial relationship with everyone in the college across the departments, teaching, non-teaching, and students. You carried an aura of joy and peace wherever you went. Thank you, dear Latha. Putting together all my words, all my thoughts, and all my feelings, I conclude, dear Lizzy and dear Latha, we miss you. With all my heart and with the blessings of all present here, I thank you and wish you the very best. I pray that Almighty shower His blessings on you and your family and keep both of you happy and healthy always. You will remain in our hearts forever. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for those kind and inspiring words. Let us now listen to the experiences of the retiring teachers from their own colleagues with whom they've worked together as staff in this prestigious institution. Allow me to invite Dr. Lizzy Jacob, Associate Professor and Head of the Department of Botany, to say a few words of appreciation for our dear Principal, Dr. Lizzy Mathew.
Respected Provincial Superior and Manager, Reverend Dr. Sister Vinitha, Director of the College, Reverend Sister Emmeline in absentia, Senior Administrator and former Principal of the College, Dr. Sajimol Agustin, the luminaries on the dais, Principal Dr. Lizzy Mathew, and Head of the Department of English, Dr. Latha Nair, Vice Principal Dr. Alfonso Vijaya Joseph, dignitaries, family members of Dr. Lizzy and Dr. Latha, dear colleagues, non-teaching staff, and my dear students, good afternoon. The dream begins most of the time with a teacher who believes in you, who tugs, pushes, and leads you on to the next plateau, sometimes poking you with a sharp stick called truth. Today, we are here to reflect upon, with respect, two such eminent teachers who have fruitfully accomplished their vocation as teachers and mentors, who believed in their students, led them to greater heights, and inspired them to take a noble stand for truth. My heart fills with mixed feelings as I stand here to recognize, respect, and appreciate our dynamic principal and one of my most cherished friends, Dr. Lizzy Mathew. Yes, I am indeed happy about the opportunity to reflect upon the qualities of a very sincere person, but sad as well to bid her farewell. As I trod down the memory lane, the versatile personality of Lizzy Madam became vivid. Lizzy Miss as a teacher and mentor. She was a very passionate and extremely dedicated teacher. Teaching was a part of her being. It was not just a profession for her, but her vocation. She imparted knowledge with passion and love. As her students fondly recall, more than a teacher, she was a mother and mentor. As a mother, she cared for the students and gave them life lessons and timely corrections. She was very particular in that the students should grow as good human beings with a beautiful soul. She was a loving companion to her students with a compassionate and empathetic heart, but never compromised on quality, ethics, and values. She has set amazing examples for the young generations to follow. The clarity with which she conveyed the ideas in the classroom was always appreciated by the students. She is a person who strived for the holistic development of the students. Lizzy Miss as a friend and colleague. It feels like yesterday when she started with her teaching career. 28 years is an easy number to say, but once pondered upon, it is a lifetime that we have spent together as a family. The years we spent with Lizzy Madam in the department were the ones which we enjoyed to the fullest. Her jovial nature made the department a place of love and laughter. She can beautifully mimic any person, which made us laugh our hearts out many a time. Our sessions during break time were so soulful and relaxing. Personally, she was more than a sister to me, who stood with me through thick and thin. Lizzy Miss as a researcher. Lizzy Miss is the first research scholar who obtained PhD under the guidance of Dr. Sister Margaret Mary, one of the stalwarts of the botany department. The PhD thesis of Lizzy Miss on the family Polygalaceae is an outstanding, rare piece of work, well appreciated by the scientific community. Dr. Lizzy is still an ardent researcher and builds a keen research aptitude in her students as well. Her soul always strives to go deep into the underlying mysteries of seemingly simple things in nature, which is exemplified by her national and international research papers. As an outstanding leader and administrator, Dr. Lizzy Mathew was the head of the Department of Botany from 2015 to 2018. Under her able headship, the department, especially the research wing, progressed substantially. It was during her tenure MPhil program started in the department. She was instrumental in obtaining DBT Star funding for the institution, for which she was the coordinator. I have noticed so many appreciable qualities in her, the most important one being the systematic and quick way of execution of her official duties. It was a matter of great pride to the department when she was appointed as the principal of the college. It was a very turbulent time due to the pandemic when she started steering this great institution. COVID-19 was running rampant. It was a never-before experience for all of us. The field of education too became unsteady, but under the able guidance of our principal, we could tide over the situation successfully. When many of the neighboring colleges were stumbling over the conduct of classes and examinations, these were conducted perfectly in our college under her able leadership. She put everyone else's needs ahead of her own and constantly worked for the welfare of the institution, holding fast to the Theresan values and legacy. As a principal and mentor, she made constant effort into getting to know the students and teachers and made a greater impact. As a good administrator, she showed her dedication to see that the best interests of the stakeholders are fulfilled. Coming to the academic and professional details of Dr. Lizzy Mathew, she did her schooling at Kendriya Vidyalaya Naval Base, Kochi. Her college education was completed in Bharat Mata College, Trikakara, and Sacred Heart College, Tevara. She obtained MPhil degree from Mathura Tyagaraja Arts College, affiliated to Mathura Kamaraj University. Dr. Lizzy joined St. Teresa's College in 1994 as a junior lecturer in the Department of Botany while pursuing PhD in the Research Center of the department. She took doctoral degree from the Research Center of the Botany Department of our college in 2003 under the guidance of Dr. Sister Margaret Mary. Dr. Lizzy is the recognized research guide of Mahatma Gandhi University and Bharatiya University. Under her guidance, 6 scholars have been awarded doctoral degree and 6 others are pursuing PhD. The area of her specialization is biodiversity and taxonomy. She has completed 1 minor and 1 major project each sponsored by UGC. She has more than 50 research publications to her credit. Dr. Lizzy prepared a pictorial documentation of the flora of our college campus in 2019. In addition to these, she has authored a lab manual and contributed book chapters. Lizzy Madam had served the institution in many other capacities as well, such as NSS coordinator, track coordinator, research dean, staff advisor of clubs and cells such as ASTA, PTA, student grievance redressal cells, arts club, and music club. She was the student dean during the academic year 2008-2009. Her contributions towards the research and consultancy cell of the college track is to be specially mentioned. Now about the familial bliss of Lizzy Miss. She hails from Manyikarod family at Idapalli and is the elder of the 2 daughters of late Sri M.L. Mathai, retired Office Superintendent INS Venduruthi Naval Base, Kochi, and Srimati M.T. Mary, retired Superintendent, Naval Aeronautical Technical School, Naval Base, Kochi. Her husband, Dr. T.P. Ausep, retired Chief Manager of South Indian Bank, is presently working as a Faculty of Economics at SIME, Kalamasheri. Their daughter, Asha Jose, is preparing for research in management, and she is a renowned singer as well. The younger sister of Dr. Lizzy, Mrs. Maria Mathew, is the DGM at Rajagiri Hospital. Dr. Lizzy's hobbies and interests are varied. She sings beautifully. In fact, the entire family makes a music team. Her culinary expertise is extraordinary. She paints and draws exceptionally well. We have indeed kept her MSc record of taxonomy drawings as a model in our department for the students to refer and draw. True to a real botanist, she loves gardening, and horticulture was her favorite subject to teach. Lizzy Miss also strives for the well-being of the less privileged in the society. She is an active member of many charitable organizations like SMILE. She is a spiritual person in its true sense and participates actively in all the activities of her parish. She is a zealous devotee of Mother Mary who draws strength from the Holy Rosary. The unfailing faith in the Almighty has helped her to thrive many difficult situations in life. Dear Lizzy Madam, we thank you for all your efforts and hard work. Of course, I know how painful it is to say goodbye to someone who is dear to us. However, we all need to express our sincerest gratitude to you for all your contributions towards this great institution. Dr. Latha Nair, the very energetic, vibrant, and dedicated teacher of the English department, for whom St. Teresa's College is her second home. A sincere teacher and a true friend to her colleagues and a mother to her students. As she retires, the English department is losing one of its most graceful and precious gems. Dear Latha Miss, as you retire, you are leaving behind a lot of memories for us to cherish and ponder upon, and we all will miss you so much. Thank you, Latha Madam, for the person you are. Dr. Lizzy Madam and Latha Madam, as you leave the portals of St. Teresa's College, these are our wishes for you. May love and laughter light your days and warm your heart and home. May good and faithful friends be yours, wherever you may go. May peace and plenty bless your world with joy that long endures. May all life's passing seasons bring the best to you and yours. And may God enfold you in the mantle of his love. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, from the English department, allow me to invite Dr. Priya K. Nair, Assistant Professor of the Department of English, to speak to us on our colleague and teacher, Dr. Latha Nair.
Good morning, everyone. Respected Provincial Reverend Sister Dr. Vinitha, Principal Professor Dr. Lizzy ma'am, Sajimol ma'am, Senior Administrator, Professor Latha ma'am, Honorable dignitaries on and off the dais, teachers, colleagues, non-teaching staff, and my dear students. It's such an honor to be invited to speak at the retirement function of such dynamic ladies. Lizzy ma'am, our principal, and Latha ma'am, the head of the Department of English. Unfortunately, I didn't have the opportunity to work under her when she was the head. I've had the opportunity to work closely with Lizzy ma'am, even though she's from the botany department. We worked together in the arts club as well as in the Teresian research and consultancy cell. And it was sheer pleasure to work with Lizzy ma'am because she was cool, unflappable, and had a rollicking sense of humor. So in the most difficult of situations, she would look at me and say, "Priya, appo," and then we would burst out laughing and the moment would pass and we would come out unscathed. Thank you, ma'am, for all those lovely times that we had. And I have no clue about botany. I come from the literature department. But when Lizzy ma'am was cataloging the flora and fauna, we were discussing the Teresian research cell matters, and I would hear her talk about it. And my little knowledge of the flora and fauna of St. Teresa's College comes from you, ma'am. That's all I know from you. They're the only details that I have. So I wish you well, personally, and on behalf of the Department of English, health, happiness, and a very busy, fulfilling life ahead. Latha ma'am, now what do I say about you? Like Sister Vinitha has already said, there is no area of the higher education system that Professor Dr. Latha has left untouched. And not just untouched, she has graced and taken it to greater heights. If I may borrow a term from Maya Angelou, I would call you a phenomenal woman. A really, truly inspiring, phenomenal woman. And when I joined the department as a guest lecturer, Latha ma'am was very much into the arts club. And one thing she told me then, and one thing which I still carry with me, is that no matter what task is assigned to you, even if you don't know anything about it, Priya, don't refuse. That is an opportunity for you to learn how to do it. And that is something I still carry with me. And I'm sure that is something she has told all her students as well. And I have found a remarkable quality in her is her ability to adapt to changes, to meet challenges head on, come away unscathed, emerging as a winner with a hint of tears in her eyes, but a brilliant smile across her face. Not many people can do it, Latha ma'am. And for you, St. Teresa's College is not just a working place. It's not just a place where you come, work, and you go home to. For her, the Teresian family is her extended family, and St. Teresa's is a sacred space. That is something, again, which I've often noticed by the way you behave and how you use your contacts, her immense contacts, to get things done. You know, if you want a movie actor to come and inaugurate the arts club, you call Latha ma'am. Ma'am, we don't have anybody. At the drop of a hat, a movie actor appears. And that is the nature of her contacts. I may have contacts, but I would probably use them for myself. Latha ma'am, being totally unselfish, uses it for the benefit of everyone. Her father, Sri Advocate P.N. Ramakrishnan Nair, was a senior advocate in the High Court, a voracious reader. He inculcated the reading habit in his daughter from a very young age. Her mother, K. Saudamini, was an efficient homemaker, and we see that Latha ma'am inherited a sound value system from her parents. She was an incredibly young bride, and due credit must be given to Vinod Nedagadi for nurturing the blossoming academic. Her children, Aditya and Amrita, both doctors, and daughter-in-law Arati, are truly blessed to have such a caring and fiercely protective mother. If I were to read out Latha ma'am's resume, I would be like Shankar Mahadevan's latest music album, breathless. So if I have left something out, it's not because she hasn't done it, it's because I have forgotten. So don't mistake that, okay? Okay, so apart from her PG in English from MG University, she has another MA from the London Met in the UK. And she's also qualified the CELTA from Cambridge. And she's done a course on science fiction from Kansas University. When I first met Latha ma'am, like I told you, she was an integral part of the arts club. She is herself a trained and accomplished dancer who gave it up to focus on academics. But she gave her wholehearted support to the arts club, and she succeeded in putting St. Teresa's on the cultural map of Kerala, and for having nurtured the highest number of women artists in Kerala. No mean feat that is. Right, and there is no role that she has not played, and there is no area that she has not enriched. Latha ma'am, along with Sister Vinitha, established the Research Center for English, and she still carries on the Teresa Journal of English Studies, a much acclaimed journal. Latha ma'am is a recognized research guide in MG University as well as Bharatiyar University. She was the NSS coordinator and the NAC coordinator during the assessment period and played a pivotal role, as Sajimol ma'am said, in getting a high grade for our college. She was awarded the Sahas Prerana Award by the WISCOMP, and she is now diversifying into charity, being a nominee of the Tata board, and also by being another board member for Venda, an NGO which says no to drugs. She has published in several high-impact journals, and her books have been prescribed in both Kerala as well as Calicut universities. She was an invited delegate in the Conference on Technology for Sustainable Development held by the UN. She's widely traveled and she led the first batch of students from St. Teresa's to Richmond University. Latha ma'am is a student-oriented teacher, which is quite a rarity these days. For her, a student is not just a name or a number. They are human beings. They have their own problems, and they need her kindness, and they need her attention. She has a solution to every problem. She lends you a shoulder to cry on, but then she helps you to snap out of the problem as well, helps you to find a solution to a seemingly insurmountable problem. I think students of St. Teresa's don't need to look far to find role models. You have educational entrepreneurs like Sister Vinitha, you have excellent academics, efficient administrators like Sajimol ma'am, Lizzy ma'am, and Latha ma'am before you. So why do you need to look outside the space for role models? Today, when you retire, both of you, I congratulate you for the decades of selfless service that you have given this institution. Congratulate you for being daughters, being a wife, a mother, and excellent academicians. I congratulate you both for being truly inspiring women, women who have shattered the glass ceiling, soaring in excellence. Retirement for you is just the beginning of a new era where you will use the wisdom and practical experience that you have gained through these years quite fruitfully. Both of you have proven one thing: all women are equal to men, but some women are more than equal to men. Thank you, congratulations, and all the best to you. ഓർമ്മകളാണ് മനുഷ്യനെ മുന്നോട്ട് നയിക്കുന്നത്. ഒരുപാട് നിറമുള്ള സ്നേഹത്തിൻ്റെ നനവുള്ള ഓർമ്മകൾ സമ്മാനിച്ച രണ്ട് അധ്യാപകന്മാർക്കും ഒരുപാട് നന്ദി രേഖപ്പെടുത്തിക്കൊണ്ട് നിർത്തുന്നു.
Thank you, ma'am. A truly amazing teacher is hard to find, difficult to part with, and impossible to forget. To speak a few words on our beloved teachers from the students' perspective, I invite Ms. Janet Sherin from 2nd MSc Botany to talk about Lizzy ma'am.
Respected Provincial Superior and Manager of St. Teresa's College, Reverend Dr. Sister Vinitha, Director Reverend Sister Emmeline in her absence, Senior Administrator and former Principal Dr. Sajimol Augustine, Principal of the College Dr. Lizzy Mathew, Head of the Department of English, Dr. Latha Nair, Vice Principal, Dr. Alfonso Vijay Joseph, other dignitaries, teachers, non-teaching staffs, and my dear friends. A graceful, charming flower provides a vibrant visual treat, spreads positivity, gives a ray of hope for a happy and prosperous life, and also energizes the organisms surrounding it. But many a times, people who get benefit from the flowers, who actually enjoy the soothing presence of the flower, refuse to realize the fact that flowering period is simply the shortest attractive period that is seen prior to an everlasting, much productive and regenerating period in the life cycle of a plant. As and when the flower gets detached from the plant and falls onto the soil, the incredibly magical process of regeneration takes place. It is performed by the seeds that are enclosed within the floral whorls. The plant phase following the seed germination is eternal, unlike the flowering period. I hope this naturally occurring phenomenon of plant development beautifully explains the real sophisticating sense of retirement. People retire from the flowering phase to enter into a much relaxingly beautiful phase of their life. Yes, change is the only constant to chase and conquer the world of opportunities in the unexplored fields of life. A very warm good afternoon to one and all. Teaching is the profession that creates all the other professions. We are greatly thankful to all our teachers for your choice to become a teacher and to enlighten the path of success with your wealth of knowledge. Goodbyes are so hard, as much it is its speciality when you get an opportunity to say how special the person retiring is to you. Our dearest principal, Dr. Lizzy Mathew, has always been an aesthetic artist of assisting discoveries in the field of teaching. Starting from a junior lecturer in the Department of Botany and Center for Research of St. Teresa's, you added stars to your teaching career in the college by completing your PhD from the same department, getting upgraded to a research guide, and holding many different responsible posts at the administrative level. Now I am so proud and overwhelmed with happiness to see you retiring this wonderful journey as a principal of St. Teresa's College. You neither have any retirement in our minds, nor can be replaced by anyone. The strength and support extended by you unconditionally and your ever glorious presence have effortlessly led us to success until now, for more of which we are looking forward. Certainly, you are the source of inspiration to many teachers here who are enriched with your wealth of knowledge. I am very much blessed and greatly privileged to be your student. But as far as I have understood, it's not that necessary to be your student to discover the sparkling, sensational soul that you own. Just being connected to you itself is the greatest blessing for the love, care, and support you shower unconditionally onto others. It's a universal fact that people who really cares, who really wishes for the well-being of others, criticizes the most. Lizzy ma'am is one such a kind of person who criticizes her loved ones for a brighter future. This really has equalized your position to that of our parents who love and criticize us more than anyone. One of my personal favorite spirit of yours is the sarcastic scoldings that I have received from you in your classes for being restless and what you call as naughty. And I still remember the way you compare me with my elder sister, Jazima, and upheld her as a perfect student always, for which we have entered into endless bicker blabbers often. But the more you criticize me, the more we fight, the more I love you. One of the sensational longing of college life is a study tour in the final year. And also for the science students, there are some nature camps and other nature-related trips in between, for which, no matter what, we get the greatest word of support from Lizzy ma'am. We especially love you for that. You really have never failed to be a successful teacher, a protective mother, a better understanding friend, and moreover, a wonderful woman with a pure soul. The biggest task for any student is to follow what is being taught in a lecture without jumping out of the track. This really was effortlessly achieved by any of Lizzy ma'am's students because of the way you deal with any topic. Unlike Teddy's theory classes, Lizzy ma'am has always managed to connect ideas with illustrations, real-life experiences, and practical implementation, which incredibly boosts up students' desire to learn. She always lived through the topics that she is dealing with and chooses the simplest practical way of conveying it to her audience. Lizzy ma'am, being a hilarious nature lover, the connection between them is so magical to explain. For all her love, care and respect for Mother Earth and nature, she'll for sure be served, protected and looked after by nature in return. Her life itself is a lesson to all of us to learn how to empower ourselves and to lead a simple but powerful life. Being one among powerful life, she has always wished to lead a very simple life, being one among the commoner. But the universe always wanted her to be the leader, ruler, and decision maker, which reflects her present life. There is a lot more to learn from you, and all of us are still learning under your umbrella of expertise. Retirement is nothing related to an end. It's just the beginning to a fresh start of a much refreshing life where you can chase all your dreams and conquer the world you wish to make yours. Enjoy your retirement in the best way, and we hope you will continue to be our teacher of life lessons forever outside the classroom. Wishing both Lizzy ma'am and Latha ma'am, the shining stars of the day, your family, your beloved ones, all the prosperity for a better, bright future. And with the permission of all of you who have gathered here, I would like to express my deep sense of gratitude to my favorite teacher through a warm hug. Thank you all.
Thank you, Ms. Jannat. Now may I invite Ms. Shine Nasser, 2nd MA English Literature, to deliver the felicitation speech for Latha ma'am.
Good afternoon, dignitaries on and off the dais. It is my absolute privilege to be able to address today's audience while humbly attempting to pay tribute to Professor Dr. Latha Nair, who is retiring this year after an illustrious and distinguished career of 30 years. I am well aware that no matter how much I emote today, it will simply not do justice to the glorious services rendered by Latha ma'am to St. Teresa's. Nevertheless, I'm truly honored to be able to speak about someone I respect and love immensely. It was only when I sat down to write this speech and reflected on my last 5 years at St. Teresa's that I realized how big of an influence Latha ma'am has been in transforming me into who I am today. And I assume generations of students would say the same about her. She was the first person outside of my family who gave me the courage to pursue literature in a college today I call home. In fact, she insisted that I join this institution and embrace this area of study, and for that, I will always remain indebted to you, ma'am. But that's just how Latha ma'am is. She sees things in our students that we miss ourselves, constantly pushing us to transcend several boundaries, giving us the reassurance we need to pursue newer thoughts. She is our biggest cheerleader, a very able and soothing guide, at times our most favored confidant, and a constant mother figure to all of us. I will always remember Latha ma'am by her endearing smile and the warmth that she radiates with every atom of her being. The best part about spending time with her is witnessing how she lovingly embraces her inner child, enticing us to connect with us. Of all the lessons she has subtly ingrained in me over my time here, I will always be grateful to Latha ma'am for teaching us to starve ourselves of anger and resentment and to seek adventure at every nook of life. Latha ma'am is always very excited to share snippets of her adventures and experiences with us, and we, of course, never tire of her many marvelous stories. Stories she narrates of her as a young girl at Alapura, of her imminent parents, the delicious delicacies she savored during her youth, and her strenuous dance practices from the age of 3. We are well acquainted with several members of her family through her stories, Babu uncle and her 3 children, as she likes to put it, and I've come to adore them as much as she does. It is incredible to see Latha ma'am's eyes shine when she talks about them, about how supportive her family has been, and how they've inspired her to aim for the stars and settle for nothing less. I was honestly amazed when I came across her innumerable achievements and accolades she has received as an academic, and I always feel proud to say that this greatly revered professor, who has consistently proved her mettle for 30 years, is our Latha ma'am. Latha ma'am truly seems like someone who has everything one can dream of. But my favorite part of her is how she has achieved everything she has earned through sheer grit, relentless effort, and undeterred strength, all while maintaining a heart of gold. I don't recall Latha ma'am intentionally advising us on how to lead our lives, but her life story in itself becomes our biggest motivation to keep pushing towards greatness. My family, who have been friends with ma'am and her family for several years now, remain equally invested in the trajectory she has carved for herself and are immensely proud. I've been told by my mother, who was Latha ma'am's classmate during her LHH days here at St. Joseph's, that she was an excellent student and a voracious reader, and always had an appetite for literature. And my aunt, who went on to become her student within a matter of years, remembers how delectable her classes were with great fondness. Nearly 25 years later, when I had my first captivating class of Latha ma'am's, I had the same to report. I could not help but remain enthralled by this prodigious and impeccable teacher with an ever-expanding knowledge base and a ceaseless thirst for learning. Her true love for literature exudes from her as she passionately recites the lines of the bard or quotes canonical Indian texts to perfection. We shall hold on to the profound insights you gave us on fiction, historiography, theory, and linguistics, and will always remain grateful for making Chomsky less intimidating and Derrida understandable. And ma'am, we hope we are able to preserve at least a sliver of the passion and love you hold for literature in whatever walk of life we choose for ourselves. Thank you for opening our eyes to the sublimity of art and the beauty of great narratives. During the retirement function organized by our department, Sister Vinita happened to mention that Latha ma'am is the campus. And after my 5 years here, I can assert with certainty how true that is. I've never seen Latha ma'am tire of going to great lengths for the betterment of her students. In a span of just a year, she arranged for students from our department to visit both the Jaipur Literary Festival of 2018 and the Kerala Literary Festival of 2019, both of which wouldn't have been possible if it weren't for her zeal. As the head of the department, she never allowed us to feel that our online classes are lacking in any way and would consistently arrange for student enrichment talks and sessions with revered speakers. We were extremely proud when she organized a legal literacy course for the students of our college in collaboration with the Disha Foundation, and greatly appreciated her commitment to raising the criticality of her students and matters of everyday life. We've particularly enjoyed sessions where she has played interlocutor, especially with William Dalrymple and Manu Pillai. She served as the in-charge of the Arts Club for 12 years, and even today, no decision of the Student Council remains ratified without seeking Latha ma'am's blessings. I have seen her bend backwards during our NAC visit and serve as a beacon of hope and assurance during those trying times. The list of amazing things she has done for this college is endless, including the inception of the Media Lab and the establishment of the Radio Kochi 90 FM. At times, it is purely overwhelming to know that at the heart of all her endeavors lies her pristine love for her students. When I look at you, Latha ma'am, and behold the legacy you've created over the past 30 years in this campus, I am filled with inexplicable pride. To know that I had the honor to be in the presence of so much grace, passion, and ambition is truly wonderful. Secretly, I'm glad that me stepping down as a student of St. Teresa's coincides with your retirement, for to witness the department without you would be difficult. Latha was talking to us about how big a transition this will be in her life the other day, and she called upon a favorite theorist, Jacques Derrida, to explain how every absence in itself marks a presence. Your absence will undoubtedly leave behind a void that simply cannot be filled, yet will contain traces of happy memories that we have created with you, of your charming aura and your ceaseless love. As I close, I'd like to thank Latha ma'am on behalf of all the lives she has touched for making each one of us feel seen, validated, and appreciated. Our love for you simply cannot be expressed in words. God bless you, Latha ma'am, and our dear principal, Dr. Lizzy Mathew, and Godspeed. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Shine. To show our gratitude for their remarkable services for almost 3 decades in this prestigious institution, the staff and students of St. Teresa's College would like to present a memento, a Buddha figurine representing peace and serenity in their future lives. Allow me to invite our Provincial Superior and Manager, Reverend Dr. Sister Vinita, CSST, on stage to present the mementos. I also invite the teachers to receive a small token of love curated by the union. There are many things we only see clearly in retrospect. It is time to listen to the words of the retiring faculty. Let us ask them to share the fond memories and experiences that they have gained from being a lasting part of this prestigious organization. Firstly, it is my absolute pleasure to invite Dr. Lizzy Mathew to share her experiences.
Dear respected Provincial Superior and Manager, Dr. Sister Vinita, Senior Administrator, Dr. Sajimol Augustine, Dr. Latha Nair, Head of the English Department and Dean of Research, Vice Principal, Dr. Alfonsa Vijaya Joseph, Dean of Examination Affairs, Dr. Romali Mendes, Dr. Beena Job, Dean of Self-Finance Departments, Student Deans, Srimati Rosemary Francis and Dr. Swati Verma, invited guests, heads of departments, other teachers, and other staff members, members of Student Union, and my dear students. Good afternoon to one and all. At the very outset, I thank the entire student community for having organized this function with the support of the Students' Union under the leadership of Student Deans, Srimati Rosemary and Dr. Swati, and the 2 departments, Department of English and Department of Botany, as a mark of love to the 2 of us teachers, teaching members retiring this year. I thank Dr. Sister Vinita, Manager, and Dr. Sajimol Augustine, Senior Administrator, for having showered their good wishes on both of us. And I personally thank for the good words of appreciation that I received from both of you. My sincere thanks to Dr. Lisa Jacob, Head of the Botany Department, and my first friend of the Botany Department, whom I met when I joined for research, and also to Ms. Janat Sharan, my student, for having shared their good memories about me. While they were speaking, I was recollecting the days I spent in the Botany Department. It was in 1994 that I joined Botany Department as a research scholar, submitted my thesis in 2001 and was awarded PhD in 2003. And for this great achievement, I place on record my sincere gratitude to my guide, Dr. Sister Margaret Mary, and also to Dr. Sister Avita, who was the senior most research guide of the Department Research Center. Botany Department was one among the best departments with eminent faculty, of which 3 of them were our own sisters of the CSST congregation, Dr. Sister Avita, Dr. Margaret Mary, and our former principal, Dr. Sister Teresa, Reverend Sister Tessa. The academic discipline and the standards they maintained were exemplary. I joined teaching service on 1st of August 1994, and all through the years from 94 to 2020, in this long tenure of teaching, I have had immense opportunities to grow and become truly empowered. I could successfully accomplish several of my academic aspirations and plans to improve my teaching career. My major contributions to the department, to the college, and to myself were in the field of research, and I am fully contented with my fruitful days that I spent in the research lab. That was my favorite space of the botany department. My research projects and my research scholars were my strength of my life there. I was chosen as one among the qualified candidates for the post of principal among a good number of senior teachers just because of my research accomplishments and contributions. With my scholars, I could publish nearly 56 research articles, which I started very seriously from 2010, spending days and days, late evenings in the department. And my gratitude to my research students are beyond my words. They were my friends more than being my students. I enjoyed the most with my research scholar, Ms. Harida Nair, while doing the work of recording the small and large plans of the entire campus and its publication as a campus flora. Even as a teacher and a class teacher, I have only good memories to cherish. I loved my students deeply, and the memorable days are always the study tours, the field trips, for which I used to accompany them almost every year. I was a strict disciplinarian, and they used to share with me, "Ma'am, itra strict avano, ഒന്ന് ഇത്ര മസിൽ പിടിക്കണോ, ഒന്ന് ഞങ്ങളെ ഒന്ന് വഴക്ക് പറയണ കൂട്ടത്തിൽ ഒന്ന് സ്നേഹിച്ചൂടെ?" My strictness was mainly for their good. I'm sorry. My strictness was mainly for their good, and they should all be determined and studious and work hard for a good career, which they realized more after they left the department. But later on, as I grew in my age, I started becoming very affectionate along with my strictness that in their companionship. And they used to share with me a lot many things about their future, their life aspirations, and their anxieties. During the value education classes and the mentoring sessions, I got the opportunity to become very close to them and understand them better. In the true way they are, I realized the problems the students faced. I treated them like my own children who were sitting in front of me, and also I could know more about their families. And they too taught me a lot many things of life. I feel all the more happy to share that I and my family have enjoyed several years when my students came home, we having food together and beyond the level of teacher-student relationship. And my students were very friendly with my daughter too. And she very willingly accompanied me for the study tours with my students, especially the PG students. She used to join us happily collecting the plant specimens. It was through their attachment towards me that I could realize that I am a good mentor and at times even a good counselor. I learned a lot from them too. And some of the solutions for my own personal problems and my own personal feelings and shortcomings, I got very good advice and companionship from my students. And apart from the duties in my department, I was fortunate to have taken up several responsibilities like the NSS of the college, student deanship, arts club, music club, all adding rich experiences and innumerable good memories during my service, even with the students from other departments. I always enjoyed the being company of them during the youth festivals. And I thank all of them with immense love for the fun and laughter we had within and outside the campus and the confidence they gave me to do more. I grew more and more with the rich experiences I acquired along with my students. My involvement in the Teresian alumni and the college PTA gave me good exposure to the general developmental matters of the college. That was at another level of learning experience. And I express my profound gratitude to each and every member of the PTA and the college ASTA. All the good words of narration about me made me recollect my very valuable and significant days and years I spent with the student community, primarily as a teacher, as a coordinator of various student activities, as head of the department, and as a research guide. I have traveled to many places with the students as a part of their academic requirements. And I consider myself very fortunate for this great opportunity as a teacher to enrich myself by getting involved in as many student activities as possible that help me grow. Now, when I bid farewell, I have deep sense of gratitude and gratification. Gratitude to my authorities who recruited me as a teacher, who promoted me, who entrusted me even the highest responsibility of the college. And the sense of gratification that I could discharge my duties and responsibilities to the best of my abilities, notwithstanding any shortcomings. It was on April 1st, 2020 that I took charge as principal of this institution. And that was quite unexpected for me. The matter was conveyed and entrusted to me by our former manager, late Reverend Sister Christabel, and the present manager, Dr. Sister Vinitha, who was the director of the college at those days. I thank the management for their faith in me and entrusting me with this great responsibility. In reality, I was a person who could do any amount of work in the college or department, but was always reluctant to take up leaderships. Dear students, today I am before you as your principal because of the training I got from the authorities, our CSST management, our professors of the botany department, and also the senior teachers of our college. Because of the development and empowerment I gathered through my journey as a teacher, fulfilling of the assignments that was entrusted to me. I sincerely thank all the former principals with immense love and gratefulness. Reverend Sister Emlyn, who appointed me as a teacher and imparted the true values and ethics of a good teacher and a good academician, whom I respected a lot. Reverend Sister Tessa, from our own botany department, for the courage she always tried to instill in me and whom I always admired and loved silently. Reverend Sister Christabel, for her relentless support and motivation. It was Sister Christabel who forced me to take up guideship, research guideship, and today I am glad that I obeyed her. Reverend Sister Teresa, for her love, guidance, and appreciation for whatever I could do that was assigned by her. It was Sister Teresa who encouraged me for taking up research projects sponsored by UGC, and today I'm happy that I could complete them successfully. Reverend Sister Vinitha, who was very friendly with me when she was the principal. And I can never ever forget the strength she imparted in me and the confidence I had in her prayers when I was terribly down and shattered during the bitter days and months that I had to surpass. I am immensely thankful to you, dear Sister Vinitha, for all your support till date and, of course, till I leave. Dr. Sajimol Augustine, who was appointed as Senior Administrator when I was assigned the responsibility of Principal. Thank you, dear Saji ma'am, for all the help you are rendering me and the reminders to carry out my duty with perfection as expected by the management. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to all the heads and senior teachers of the botany department, late Professor K.K. Parvati, late Professor Thangam Mathew, Dr. Sister Ravita, Professor Sophie Varghese, Professor Sheila K.R., Professor Achama Umachan, Professor Mary Kuti Thomas, Reverend Sister Margaret Mary, my research guide, Reverend Sister Tessa, a former principal, and Dr. Tara CP, the last teacher among the seniors, for all their valuable corrections and the correct criticisms they made at every stage of my journey as a teacher in the department. I also extend my sincere thanks to my colleagues, Dr. Sheila D. and Dr. Romley Margaret Mendes, who retired from service, Dr. Elsam Joseph and Dr. Vijaya Joseph, Dr. Lisa Jacob and Ms. Nishida Aike, my research scholar, for all their good friendship and support, and also for some of the best days we spent in the department that I would always love to remember. And of course, my unbound love and gratitude to the junior teachers, Ms. Neena Unnikrishnan, late Ms. Preeta Terence, Dr. Asha, Dr. Prissy, Ms. Delilah, and Dr. Arya Mohan, and also the two juniors who have joined now, but I have not had the chance to be with them in the department, with whom all I enjoyed working in the department and who made me feel young at heart. I have truly relished the love and respect and concern for me of each colleague of mine in the department. And to my supporting staff of the department, both former and present, Ani, Mini, and Sini. Dear students, I joined this college as a teacher when my daughter was 1.5 years old. I was a person with a lot of shyness and fear in my initial days. My department molded me, and this college molded me. That young lady with fear for even small matters grew bold and strong year after year and gathered the courage and willingness to shoulder any responsibility that was assigned. And that is the environment we are exposed to in St. Teresa's College. I have never done anything merely for the sake of achievements or for the sake of doing, but whatever I could do for the college were the assignments that came my way. And I believe that it was the commitment and obedience to the management and my senior teachers that led me through all these achievements. I was described as a COVID principal because I took charge during the COVID days. And we still hear about the next wave by June 22. And I think I will be bid for farewell by the COVID once again. And it will be time for me to leave the college. I think it is a blessing. I really sometimes consider it as a blessing. Sister Vinitha stated there was not many functions here. I couldn't organize functions for the students. I couldn't witness the real charm and vibrance of the college. But sometimes I believe and I think and I feel that it was a blessing for me because I was a person who didn't know much of organizing. And I was afraid of crowd, and I don't know how it would have been, how I would have managed if the college was in that full swing, like Dr. Sajimol Augustine and the Reverend Sisters managed. God blessed me greatly, I feel, during this COVID season. And during this period, I learned many matters of administration and of leadership. I experienced the love and warmth of all the staff members, teaching and non-teaching staff, whom I am abundantly indebted to, the parents, well-wishers, and my dear students. 3 months more for me, and I feel immensely happy that each day of my life that I spent here in this college was fruitful, and I truly believe that I have never attempted for anything without hard work and commitment. I also take this opportunity to thank my parents, my father, my mother, my husband, and my only daughter, who have made a lot of sacrifices to leave me free for the college. I got the best teachers in my life as a student. And I would also like to place on record my deep respect to all my teachers and professors who molded me and proved their life as a teacher. Above all, I bow my head to the Almighty for having blessed me with this vocation or profession of teacher. That was always my sole ambition from my childhood days. Dear students, these 2 years, you all have faced a lot of difficulties, but I sincerely appreciate each one of you for having adjusted so well to these days of tantrums. You all have learned to face challenges one after the other. You all have become exposed towards the modern technology, the technology-oriented learning, examination systems, and the like. Something I would like to pass to you as a message is that study well, and you may all be able to reap the fruits of hard work. Each one of you should have your own inner sense of discipline and integrity, the ability to take care of yourself, to realize your dreams, and to live a life of your satisfaction. Love your parents unconditionally and make them feel proud of your achievements, dear students. Your success in life is their dream, their sole mission, so never dishearten them. I am immensely happy beyond words of expression to be present amidst this big crowd of beautiful Teresians, and I am also a proud Teresian. One more thing I would like to share with you is always try your best to carry forward and live up as per the vision of our foundress, Sister Saint Teresa, and our patroness, Mother Teresa. Always have a clear stand of yourself, strive hard to develop yourself every single day you are in this campus. Be women who epitomize dignity, grace, elegance, strength, and empowerment. The St. Teresa's College that you see today is a result of relentless efforts put by the CSST sisters with a great vision of empowering young women through education. There is the sacrifice of many determined and strong women for the development of this institution since its establishment in 1925. It is your responsibility to carry forward the Teresian legacy with pride. Even after you complete your course and leave this institution, keep extending your support to your alma mater in every possible manner. Dear children, I once again remind you to uphold the Teresian values throughout your life, wherever you are. Now, to my co-partner who is retiring along with me, Professor Dr. Latha Nair, who was a very significant and popular personality in the campus. I thank you very much, dear Latha, for all the support and friendship we had during our days in the campus. I am not speaking much about you, Dr. Latha, today. My best wishes for a happy retired life to you, dear Latha, and may God Almighty bless you abundantly for all your future endeavors and also to your family to be in prosperity. I once again express my deep sense of gratitude to each one of you present here for making this day memorable for both of us with your good words of appreciation. My love and thanks to the student deans, Ms. Rosemary and Dr. Swati, and each member of the student union, and also to the students of Department of Botany as well as Department of English. And my immense thanks to the members of the Botany Department who supported the students to organize this function. My unbound thanks to the students for all the strain taken to make us feel happy with your entertainment programs that will be following and what we have already seen. Thank you, dear Sister Vinita. Thank you, Sajimol ma'am. Thank you, dear Latha, for your support. Thank you to all the heads of departments. Thank you, IQAC coordinator, Dr. Kala, controller of examinations, Dr. Reema, dean of examinations, Dr. Romley, and all the other teachers who have supported me during my difficult times of principalship. And as sister stated, it was really a tough time for all of you. By the God's blessings, I could move on. And of course, your support counted a lot, both teaching as well as non-teaching staff. I could feel the prayer that the management sisters offered me, that strength I had all through these days. Each day for me was like Alice in Wonderland. One day or the other, an adventure will come, and then somehow I face. And I will always have Dr. Romley Mendes coming, running to me to give me support when I am down. And like that, I'm thankful to God Almighty that I could complete this tenure. Of course, 3 more months for me. And I believe His blessings will be there for me as I leave this institution with good memories and good wishes to each one of you. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I call upon Dr. Latha Nair to address the audience and say a few words about her own experience.
Good afternoon. I apologize to all of you who are sitting, bearing the terrible heat of the auditorium. I was telling sister that it becomes unbearable at times when you are seated glued for hours. And I can only say that we do apologize for the inconvenience making you sit through this ordeal of listening. നിങ്ങൾ ഓരോരുത്തരും സഹനത്തിൻ്റെ അങ്ങ് അറ്റം എത്തിയിട്ടാണ് ടീച്ചേഴ്സും സ്റ്റുഡൻസും ഇവിടെ ഇരിക്കുന്നതെന്ന് എനിക്കറിയാം. എന്നാലും എൻ്റെയും ലിസിയുടെയും ലൈഫിലെ ചില പ്രത്യേക ഈ അവസാനത്തെ ഒരു ഈ ടീച്ചേഴ്സ് എന്നുള്ള നിലയിൽ ഞങ്ങളിനി പ്രസംഗിക്കുക ഇത് ഒരു കലാശക്കൊട്ടായിരിക്കും. അപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ പറയുമായിരുന്നു സിസ്റ്ററിനടുത്ത്, എനിക്കിങ്ങനെ ഈ സീറ്റിൽ ഇവിടെ ഇരുന്ന് ശീലമില്ല. ഞാൻ ഒരിക്കലും ഇരുന്നിട്ടില്ല, ഇങ്ങനെ സ്റ്റേജിൽ ഒരിക്കലും ഇരുന്നിട്ടില്ല. എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു സിസ്റ്ററും ഇരുന്നിട്ടില്ല ഒരു 28 കൊല്ലം. സിസ്റ്റർ എപ്പോഴും കാണാമറയത്ത് ഓടി നടക്കുകയാണ്. പ്രിൻസിപ്പൽ, ഐ തിങ്ക് only after she became the principal, she was put to the ordeal that she never ever liked. I know many of you do not know her as closely as some of us in the department know her. It was very difficult to seat her in the principal's room. Myself and Beena remember. ഒരു ഇരിക്കത്തില്ല, ചാടി പുറത്തേക്ക് വരും. 5 മിനിറ്റ് ഇരുന്ന് കഴിയുമ്പോൾ അയ്യോ എനിക്ക് ഇതിനകത്ത് ഇരുന്നാൽ ബോറടിക്കും എന്ന് പറയും. So those of us who have slogged, those of us who have worked ഈ ഓഡിറ്റോറിയത്തിലും സ്റ്റേജിൻ്റെ പുറകിലും നിന്ന് ജോലി ചെയ്തവർക്ക് ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു ഇരിപ്പിടത്തിൽ ഇരിക്കുക എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് വളരെ ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടാണ്. So I apologize and I will conclude my words of gratitude. Reverend Dr. Sister Vinita, our Provincial Superior and Manager, Reverend Sister Emmeline, who appointed me. I do not know why. I still do not have a reason as to why the leap of abounding faith which she appointed me. Former principal and our senior administrator, Dr. Sajimol Augustine, our principal, Dr. Lizzy Mathew, vice principal, Dr. Alfonso Vijaya, my department, my dear friends, from all the departments whom I can see now, that was one of the greatest gifts of NAC, being connected with all the departments. And there is a special bond that I share with each of them. And the greatest support system from the moment I stepped in at St. Teresa's are friends who do not teach, but do teach lessons of love, gratitude, and working without any expectations, and taking our college to all its glory is my family of non-teaching. And my own family, Neetu, my niece, and a husband, Adarsh, who taught me what love from the deepest part of one's life really is. My dear students who gave me my identity and make up the magic of my life. Honestly, if you ask me, I can't believe that I'm retiring. And when I look at myself and when I'm at St. Teresa's, there is no way in which I can stop loving this great institution. I can't imagine the sheer pleasure of all mornings illumined by the sunshine of your laughter. And I cannot imagine that it will no longer be there. I can't believe that I have spent 42 years to be exact, learning, teaching literature, leading young minds to the wonders of the written word, and helping them unlock the potential language within themselves. I cannot measure the rewards of lifetime spent in the company of books and some of the brightest young minds of each generation. One realizes the immense potential of language and teaching to inexorably transform lives and connect them with a world of opportunities that await them beyond the gates of their college life. Way back in 1981, I was sitting where exactly you were sitting today. I was a good student, and so everyone presumed and even insisted that I pursue science. Though it is a noble pursuit, my soul gravitated towards the science of language. It was my father, Advocate P. and Ramakrishnan Nair, who prevailed above all and encouraged me to embrace my love of literature. Many of you have found yourselves in a similar predicament, but let me tell you, literature is a gift that is unique to humans. A nation's literature is a permanent embodiment of the great experience of men and women, the crystallization of their experience made accessible to future generations. It is more than entertainment or luxury. It is practical necessity. English language, in particular, is a language that connects world. It is a language on which the sun never sets and its users never sleep. Perhaps it is this language that gave me a voice and made me a determined woman who made her way into this world. St. Teresa has taught me that if you need to be effective, you need to change with times. By embracing change, we have everything to gain and very little to lose. I have learned as a teacher and as a fellow being, you need to support the younger generations of smart, driven young people and help them combine their lives, including their multifaceted roles and that they play in their extended families. This life is a sum total of kindness and trust of many people who accompanied me in this beautiful journey. Without them, life would not have been meaningful. They are my real treasures, and I'm always in awe of their efficiency. All the former principals of St. Teresa's, the incredible mentors who held me close, Reverend Sister Marie Cecil, Reverend Sister Emmeline, Reverend Sister Tessa, Reverend Sister Christabel, Reverend Sister Teresa, and my own Reverend Sister Vinita, Dr. Sajimol, and Dr. Lizzy Mathew, who is my friend and with whom I share the glory of this auspicious day. The essence of Mother Teresa gets embedded in you without you ever realizing that you have been baptized by her love. As you reach the midway like me, we confront the beautiful question, who am I? And she answers that this life itself is a reflection of the eternal light. And again, you ask like Jami, the Sufi poet, what is this world? It's so transient. The answer comes from Jami, a wave on the everlasting sea. And to my parents, K. Saudamini and Ramakrishnan Nair, who taught me something that I still hold very close to my heart. You before me. And my in-laws, Narayani and Vasudevan Nedungadi, for making a Balika Vadu, a strong-minded, independent woman. And to my extended family, my sister, Goban Chetan, and my Chetan, Hari, who is no more, a brother who departed prematurely, are the special ones who gave me my foundation and wings to fly. My sister-in-law, Anu, Maniyetan, Ammu, Ajju, Maya, Krishna, Achu, and Govind, thank you for that incredible support that you have offered. My bosom friends, with whom I have quarreled, with whom I have made my dissent openly, who shared everything in my life, who laughed with me, and who shared my insecurities to the core. I do not know how much I have tortured you all. Thank you for being in my life and for being what you are. And picking me up when I tripped and fell. My close friends, Usha, Kala, Sabina, Vijaya, I will never forget your love. To my young friends, Tushara, Ushamani, Shruti, Danya, Home Science Department, Danya of Computer Science, Sajida, Mary Leah, Captain Selina, Sister Sujita, Elizabeth of Sociology Department, Elizabeth of the Chemistry Department, Leela, Vinita, all the track members, Stansi, Bhavya, Jayati, Worki, Shanti, Minu, Elsim, Lisa, Otina, Mariam, Rima, Soja, Teresa, Kunjaria, and Betty, and the list goes on. I do not need this scrap of paper to carry your names that are embedded within me. I would not have been the person I am without you, my dear friends. Thank you. You made all the hard work fun. Sajimol Miss, Chelpokan Hack in the Samet, Yanutri Veshmich Garambam, Mr. Tamasha to Aramarino. Let the Ingen Anglo Avere Chakere Pone in the Tumem Vechi Sheriaki Kundu Verumen. Eniki Missadariam, Pashanyan Ningale Chakere Pone. എന്നൊക്കെ വെച്ച് നിങ്ങളെ ഉമ്മ വയ്ക്കുമ്പോൾ അതിനകത്ത് ഒരു തുള്ളി പോലും കളങ്കമില്ല എന്ന് എൻ്റെ എല്ലാ സ്നേഹത്തോടും കൂടി തന്നെയാണ് ഞാൻ നിങ്ങളെ കെട്ടിപ്പിടിച്ചതും ചക്കരയെന്ന് വിളിച്ചതും ഉമ്മ വെച്ചതും. അതിലൊരു കളങ്കവും ഇല്ല. ഐ എം ഓൾസോ ഗ്രേറ്റ്ഫുൾ ടു പീപ്പിൾ ഹൂ ഗേവ് മീ സോ മച്ച് ഓഫ് ദെയർ ടൈം ആൻഡ് ഹെൽപ്പ് അൺകണ്ടീഷണലി. ഐ നോ ദാറ്റ് ഐ വിൽ നെവർ എവർ ബി ഏബിൾ ടു റീപേ യുവർ ലവ്. I can only say that I'll be there for you, always. Thank you, Sheelama and Lena Leon, who is sitting here, without whom I could have crumbled during the most challenging time of my life. And then there is a person who has held me very close to her heart and in her prayers, and that is Saumya of Department of Malayalam. And then comes the Fashion Design Department. What is an English teacher to do with the Fashion Design Department? I never knew. You may see me dressed like this, but this I owe to Ratna, who dresses up me, insists that she should touch and shape me into what I am. Ratna Beauty Parlor. 29 years of friendship, 30 years of friendship. But I could confess, I do not know. Neetu, who is my niece, knows what I am as a person. So I never knew anything about fashion design or the course. Lekha, we were distant, but that course brought us closer when Sister Christabel assigned me the task of going through the syllabi and then attending. Just imagine an ignorant teacher of fashion design attending a very important interface at Delhi. I couldn't speak a line of Hindi. I just knew bicep, and that is all. But Lekha made it possible. She taught me day and night, sitting with me, taking me through the journey and making me attend that interview confidently. How many butterflies have passed through my stomach, I do not know when I attended that interview, because these sisters have the ability to trust the most unsuitable person for the right kind of job. And I should say, from 290 colleges, ours was the only college that was selected. And that I don't take any claim. I owe it to the fashion design department and the coordinator, Dr. Lekha Srinivas, who have accompanied me throughout and became a part of my life. And I love you, members of the Department of Fashion Design. You are always as close to me as my own department. Love you all and thank you. And then comes the Department of Bharatanatyam. It was a part of my dream which got fulfilled through Reverend Sister Teresa, to whom I owe this life. I still remember drafting the handwritten syllabi with Venu Master. Beena is here. Venu Master is her husband. Venu Master, we wrote on a sheets of paper, drafting the syllabi. And the sheer joy of seeing the first batch of students was incredible. Whenever I see Ria of the Department of Bharatanatyam, I feel here is the perfect outcome that interconnects all the departments of this institution. Infinite gratitude to Reverend Sister Teresa and that power which connected Venu Master, Beena, Suresh, and Ria, and all the talented young ones who have come into the portal. I would say, I cannot say whatever, I have not done enough for this great institution, because this is an institution which gave a crumbled young woman a life to hold on. There was no one when life became very difficult. But here was a nun who told me, here is a room for you. ഒന്നും പേടിക്കണ്ട, resignation ഒന്നും വേണ്ട, പോയി ജോലി ചെയ്യുക. No one will touch you. And that was the love of Reverend Sister Teresa, who made me what I am today. And then all the sisters who came after me. And then, of course, this life again is dedicated to the person sitting here, Reverend Sister Vinita, who blindly trusts and loves me, I know. And I will miss you, sister. And the quarrels that we have usually, the dissent, the kind of, I don't know, she made me stop crying. I used to go to her crying all the time. I was not that bold. Sister, എന്നെ ഭയങ്കരമായിട്ട് വഴക്കുറയായിരുന്നു. നീ കരഞ്ഞോണ്ട് ഈ മുറി കയറിയിട്ടുണ്ട്, നിന്നെ ശരിപ്പെടുത്തുന്നു. അത് you can see the kind of gusto with which she puts you through. And I should say, life was not at all complicated when young Beena, Maggie, and Tessie and Latha entered these portals and began our journey. But now it has become, this life especially, all our lives have become a manual of a woman who managed to cope up with messy, delightful and difficult pressures of the concept of an ideal worker. I'm not an ideal worker, but I love this institution with an energy that comes from a sense of belongingness. There were times of whirlwind, 4 cycles of NAC, NIRF autonomy and its implementation, which made all of us feel the weight of the job. There was a rush of emotions, uncertainty, excitement, nervousness as you were pulled into the vortex of teamwork. The universe responded to genuine hard work of a group of women who prioritized their institution than their own family. This bond became a boon to efficiency. There were no dearth of ideas and best practices that boosted the fundamental growth and perception of St. Teresa's College as one of the best higher education institutions in India. I thank Nirmala Padmanabhan of the Department of Economics, without whom our NAC A++ would have remained a probable impossibility. If we are ranked 45 in NIRF, it is definitely the reaffirmation of the leadership of the IQAC with Kala, the perfect coordinator who would take this to further heights. And this is exactly the reaffirmation of the unconditional love and commitment of all these teachers, non-teaching and students who are here with you, here with us. What I admire most at St. Teresa's is this beautiful co-working space. I would tell you this is the most beautiful co-working space, which is relatively flexible and humane. The essence of the management and their greatest investment is care. It is this care that erases the boundaries of hierarchy in our institution. It elicits the historic commitment and the sense of belongingness from all those who are assigned in its care. I'm telling you, my only prayer as I stand here today, as I make my exit, is this special USB of St. Teresa's College will attract the best possible minds from all over the globe. How can I not reminiscence about our youth festival days? With March comes hordes of memories and stories of a lifetime, which fills 3 generations of young women who made us breathless with their performance and creativity. The amazing singers and dancers, mimicry artists, still one has matured and taken her position as a teacher in Home Science Department. Nimmi, I do not know the prayers that we made as she would go to the stage. We were worried about her voice. The number of prayers and hot water, cups of hot water that we would be ready with standing backstage. Nimmi, love you. And then there are men and women who mentored and loved me. Francis Eaton, who is no more with us, who took me for the first bus ride to St. Teresa's as a student. Thank you, dear stars, Miss Sudha, Miss Leela, Miss Sophie, Miss Tara, Miss Kunyama, and Miss Mary Verghese, with whom I learned managing people. Miss Renu, who is my teacher and my treasure. In her, I have found the deepest expression of love, and the sari that I'm wearing is all hers. To all the generations of students who are sitting here, it is your unconditional love that kept me going. I'm truly blessed to have colleagues who did not hear what I said about them during the send-off. Please bear with me. Preeti, this is the greatest gift that you could ever offer your teacher. My heart is full, and each atom in my body resonates with the feeling I'm truly blessed, and this journey has been the most rewarding one. You're bold and beautiful as you live with the courage that is a part of your commitment in what you do and what you live for. What more could I ask for? You have made each moment worth living for. I offer you my love and blessings. Maria, you have been an unwavering stronghold of support, care, and your innovative spirit will remain invaluable for the department as always. Priya, I do not know. Letting you go was the most difficult thing that I could ever I secretly thought I would never share that application with you. I knew that you will go. I thought so many times to hold it back. But I should say that the phenomenal woman that you have become, the magic of your words, and truly inspiring literary classes, you have fans all over India. And thank you for traversing all that distance. This makes me so happy. And I have one request to you, and for the generations of students that are going to come to this institution. I may be a little selfish. Come back, Priya. It's not the higher education where you belong to. It is here at St. Teresa's that we need you. The department is looking forward to having you. With all our love, please do come back. Please. Tanya, you bring so much of love and care into everything you do, and you have extended the same care to me all these years. Thank you, my dear, for all that you have been. I'll cherish it till I live. Jisha, you have never let me down when I needed you most. You have a silent way of doing things impeccably, and I'm grateful to have a colleague like you. Gina, I do not know what I would have done without you, my dear. I've always thought that you embody a kind of fiery strength and determination that you bring to everything that you do. I know the department owes a great part of its creative spirit to you, my dear. Hello, Vidhu. I confess I miss your presence today. I miss those terrorizing eyes and fiery outpourings to mend my craziness. A person who has never said no to anything that I've asked for. Love you. Atira, the grace and efficiency with which you organize and plan things make you an asset not only for our department, but for the entire college. The qualities of your heart I value more, and the way you try to protect the ones you love deeply is a part of your integrity. Tessa, I've always been amazed by your potential and your passion for learning new things. You have always inspired me to keep going out of my comfort zone, to learn new things, and this is a gift you have given me forever and will stay with me forever too. Lizzy, you are the wittiest of us all. Thank you for being my comfort and my laughter. Underneath all the levity, there is a selfless soul who enriches our team with our presence. Lakshmi Priya, Dr. Lakshmi, Vinita, Lakshmi Priya, Sandosh, Niveda, and Marina, each one of you have added a different hue to the canvas of my life at the English department. Your commitment and hard work remain invaluable to me as a teacher. I love you all. There are 4 special people in my life who were ready to share their beloved with St. Teresa's. I miss my daughter-in-law, Arati, my son, Apu, and my daughter, Amrita. Neetu is here to replace that gap, but still I miss them. And they were ready to share their mother with St. Teresa's, whom they knew had the first place. And then I realized that it is possible to have 2 people in your life whom you love most, my Kannan and my Babuetan. This Latha would not have been possible without that bearded man in my life to whom I owe everything. Thank you, Babuta, for making my life what it has become. As Rumi says, that's the only thing that I leave for my students. Listen for the stream that tells you one thing. Die on the bank, begin in me. The way of rivers with the sea. It tells you that you need to be happy. You have to keep others around you also happy. Your happiness, whatever you do, unless others are happy, you will never be happy. And most of you are like the clouds that always rain. They give everything to everyone selflessly. And the dominant emotion is to keep giving and make people happy. And for younger colleagues, make yourself indispensable for this institution. It will have its own reward. Be prepared to power through difficulties. Lots of sacrifices needed, lots of collateral damages too. But a wonderful life this is. Create a coping mechanism and plan meticulously well. As Mahatma said, we all need, like the watch, the heart needs the winding of purity, or the dweller ceases to speak. And when you look at St. Teresa's, especially your experience with colleagues and students, there are experiences that get under your skin, seep into your marrow without you ever realizing that you have been colonized by their love. They become a part of your oral backdrop of your inner life, hypnotic and resonant. These are experiences that tease your human vortex so that each reading becomes a decoding and unraveling of peace. As Kabir says, listen to that secret sound, the real sound, which is inside you. The one no one talks about, no one speaks about, the secret sound to himself or herself, and he or she is the one who has made it all. When I stand here, I know that this is the breath-catching moment when the self in you speaks about all that ever was and ever will be. All that is here and now, all that is before and beyond. It makes you human, a fragile but moltenly alive. And this is the message to the human epicenter, demanding nothing but love and harmony. As Mirabai said, I exhort you, don't forget love. It will bring the madness you need to unfurl yourself across the universe. And you will soon unfurl yourself with love to this universe that you embrace. Thank you.
Thank you, dear teachers. We are all indebted to you for your selfless devotion and service. Now, I invite Ms. Kriti Jignesh Shah, the Sports Secretary, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. As we honor the dedicated service of our dearest teachers, I feel privileged to propose a note of gratitude to all who helped make this day so beautiful. First and foremost, I give glory to God Almighty for blessing us with this solemn occasion. We are always grateful to our Provincial Superior and Manager, Reverend Dr. Sister Vinita, for the constant support and guidance. Your mentorship has immensely helped us to unleash our true potential. Thank you, Sister. I also thank our Director, Reverend Sister Emmeline, CSST, in her absence, for her kind encouragement and prayers. I express my gratitude to our Senior Administrator, Dr. Sajimol Augustine, for her constant care and support. We are extremely grateful to our dearest Principal, Dr. Lizzy Mathew, and Vice Principal, Dr. Alfonso Vijaya Joseph, for the continued support and well wishes in everything that we do and commit. I would also like to thank Dr. Lisa Jacob, Head of the Department of Botany, and Dr. Priya K. Nair, Assistant Professor, Department of English, for sharing their fond memories with us. I would also like to thank Ms. Janet Sharon, Department of Botany, and Ms. Shane Nazar from the Department of English for the beautiful words of our retiring teachers. Sincerest regards to the Department of Botany and Department of English for making this event a success with their colorful performance. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. I now take this opportunity to thank Dr. Lizzy Mathew and Dr. Latha Nair R for accepting our invitation and gracing this occasion. Thank you, dear teachers. I would also like to thank their family members for being present today and for supporting them throughout their career. We are immensely grateful to our deans, Dr. Swati Verma and Ms. Rosemary Francis, without whose orchestration today's event wouldn't have functioned as smoothly as it did. We thank you, teachers, for your patient guidance and care. There's a huge amount of effort behind every performance that was staged today. I thank every student who took part in these performances from the bottom of my heart. We would have never completed the circle without the willingness and untiring effort of much sought after individuals of the college. We thank our administrative staff, technical team, and all the non-teaching staff for lending us a hand whenever we approach them. I also thank our decor team for the spectacular arrangement and our NSS volunteers and all the student volunteers for their assistance. Finally, I would like to thank my fellow college mates for being such an amazing audience and elevating the excitement of the program. We stand one in differences. On behalf of the College Union 2021-2022, thank you once again.
Thank you, Ms. Kirti. That brings us to the end of the formal function. I request all the dignitaries on stage to kindly move down to the audience and remain seated.
I think I was overwhelmed by the things that were going on. I apologize, I didn't thank Dr. Swati Varma and Dr. Rosemary Francis for taking up this challenge of organizing this beautiful function and making it very memorable for us, and also the deans, as deans and the student union, for I know it is your internals, but in spite of all those challenges, you have taken this challenge of organizing this and making it very memorable for both of us, Lizzy and myself. Thank you, my darlings. Thank you so much.
It is now time to commence the cultural programs that have been carefully curated for our beloved teachers. We present them as a tribute to all that you've done for this college. Let us then finally begin with some of the amazing performances that have been lined up by our dear student community to entertain you. Poetry and dance are the forms that use word as well as movements to communicate feelings in ways that would be filled with meaning and expression. A fusion of these two art forms would therefore be a breathtaking performance that is meant to be dedicated only to the best of us all. I now call upon the English department for a spectacular cultural show.
What bursting anguish tears my heart. From thee, my teacher, must I part. Thee, my mentor and guide most dear, I, with grateful warm adieu, and with a much indebted tear, shall still remember you.
A fond kiss, and then we sever. A farewell, and then forever. Deep in heart-wrung tears I pledge thee, warring sighs and groans I'll wage thee. Who shall say that fortune grieves him, while the star of hope she leaves him? Me no cheerful twinkle lights me, dark despair around benights me.
But to see her was to love her, love but her and love forever. Fare thee well, thou first and fairest, fare thee well, thou best and dearest. Thine be like a joy and treasure, peace, enjoyment, love and pleasure. A fond kiss, and then we sever. A farewell, but not forever.
She walks in beauty like the night of cloudless climes and starry skies, and all that's best of dark and bright meet in her aspect and her eyes, thus mellowed to that tender light which heaven to gaudy day denies.
One shade the more, one ray the less, had half impaired the nameless grace which waves in every raven tress, or softly lightens over her face, where thoughts serenely sweet express. How pure, how dear their dwelling place!
On that cheek and o'er that brow, So soft, so calm, yet eloquent. The smiles that win, the tins that glow, but tell of days in goodness spent. A mind at peace with all below, a heart whose love is innocent.
Not like the brazen giant of Greek fame, with conquering limbs astride from land to land. Here at our sea-washed sunset gate shall stand a mighty woman with a torch, whose flame is the imprisoned lightning, and from her beacon hand glows worldwide welcome. She's a phenomenal woman!
Phenomenal woman!
Phenomenal woman. Many people wonder where my secret lies. I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model size. When I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies. I say, it's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I'm a woman, phenomenal. I walk into a room just as cool as you please, and to a man the fellows stand, or fall down on their knees. Then they swarm around me, a hive of honeybees. I say, it's the fire in my eyes, the flash of my teeth, the swing in my waist, the joy in my feet. I'm a woman, phenomenally. Men themselves have wondered what they see in me. They try so much, but they can't touch my inner mystery. When I try to show them, they say they still can't see. I say, it's in the arch of my back, the sun of my smile, the rise of my breasts, the grace of my style. I'm a woman, phenomenally. Now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump about or have to talk real loud. When you see me passing, it ought to make you proud. I say, it's in the click of my heels, the bend of my hair, the palms of my hand, the need for my care. I'm a woman, phenomenally, phenomenal woman. That's my mother and all your mothers, and my grandmother and all your grandmothers, and my great-grandmothers, and your greats, and my great-greats, and all you women, and me, phenomenal woman.
That was an amazing performance by the Department of English. Truly, we have among us two phenomenal women whose dedication to this institution will never be forgotten. The art of the dance has mesmerized audience across generation by expressing our channel passion with grace and sublimity. Up next, we have a kaleidoscopic spectacle on the stage by the Botany Department as a tribute to the teachers for their active participation in promoting cultural education among the students.
Come on,
घने घन घोर कार छाए बदरा धमक धमक गूंजे बदरा के डंके चमक चमक देखो बिजुलियां चमके मन धड़काए बदरवा मन धड़काए बदरवा मन धड़काए बदरवा काले मेघा पानी तो बरसाओ बिजली की तलवार नहीं बूंदों के बाण चलाओ मेघा छाए बरखा लाए गिर गिर आए गिर के आए कहे ये मन मचल मचल नयो चल संभल संभल गए दिन बदल तू घर से निकल बरसने वाला अब हमरे पे जल दुविधा के दिन बीत गए भैया मलहार सुनाओ घन घन घिर घिर आए बदरा घने घन घोर कार छाए बदरा धमक धमक तुझे बदरा के ढंके चमक चमक देखो बिजुलियां चमके मन धड़काए बदरवा मन धड़काए बदरवा मन धड़काए बदरवा
मीठे इसके बोल, आंखें इसकी गोल 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 गोल, तो ढम ढम बाजे ढोल।
हाँ हाँ छोरा है नटखट, बोली है पटपट, कर छेड़े तुझे बोले ऐसे बोल, तो ढम ढम बाजे ढोल।
बाजे रे बाजे रे बाजे रे, धम धम ढोल बाजे, ढोल बाजे, ढोल बाजे ढोल, धम धम बाजे ढोल, धम 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 बाजे ढोल। छोरी बड़ी अनमोल, मीठे मीठे इसके बोल, आंखें इसकी गोल 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 गोल, तो ढम ढम बाजे ढोल।
ओ छोरा है नटखट, बोली है पटपट, छेड़े तुझे बोले ऐसे बोल, तो ढम ढम बाजे ढोल।
ढोल बाजे, ढोल बाजे, ढोल बाजे ढोल, ये ढम ढम बाजे ढोल, ये ढम 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 बाजे ढोल। ढम 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 ढोल बाजे, बाजे रे ढोल बाजे ढम ढम, ढम 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 ढोल बाजे, बाजे रे ढोल बाजे ढम ढम। हंगामा हंगामा हो गया है हंगामा, हंगामा हंगामा मम्मा मम्मा रे, हंगामा हंगामा हो गया है हंगामा, हंगामा हंगामा मम्मा मम्मा रे। धम 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 ढोल बाजे, हे बाजे, धम 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 ढोल बाजे, हे बाजे रे बाजे, धम 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 ढोल बाजे, बाजे रे ढोल बाजे धम धम।
Thank you, Botany Department, for that mind-blowing performance. Music has the power to capture emotions in a mix of rhythmic beats and symphony. Next up, we have a delightful musical performance to enrich you with a melodious experience. I invite both Samanvita and Pavitra to sing a fusion of songs that is sure to take our beloved teachers down a starry memory lane.
പൂ
കുറച്ചുകൂടി എനർജി ഓഡിയൻസിന്റെ സൈഡിൽ നിന്നാവാട്ടോ.
बैरी पिया बड़ा बेदर्दी हो, बैरी पिया बड़ा बेदर्दी, दिल का दर्द न जाने सौदाई, हर जाए जुल्म राम दुहाई, कैसे जाने 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 हाय, बैरी पिया बड़ा बेदर्दी हो, बैरी पिया बड़ा बेइश्क. আমি যে তোমার, শুধু যে তোমার, আমি যে তোমার, मेरे ढोलना सुन, मेरे प्यार के धुन, मेरे ढोलना सुन, मेरे चाहते तो फिजा में बहेंगे, जिंदा रहेंगे, होगे फना. तरनन दो तरनन दो तरनन दो तरनन दो, तान तेरे तेरे ना, मेरे ढोलना सुन, मेरे प्यार की धुन, मेरे ढोलना. साथी रे मर के भी तुझको चाहेगा दिल, तुझे ही बेचैनियों में आएगा दिल. साथी रे मर के भी तुझको चाहेगा दिल, तुझे ही बेचैनियों में आएगा दिल. मेरी घिसों की साए में तेरे राहतों की खुशबू है, तेरे बगैर क्या जीना, मेरे रोम रोम में तू है, मेरे छोड़ियों के कंकन से तेरी सदा आती है, ये दूरियां हमेशा है नजदीक कहाँ बुलाती है. ओ पिया निसा 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 धनी 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 पद 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 गम पद नि निसा 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 धनी 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 पद 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 गम पद नि निसा पानी 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 निसा गम पद नि द पद निसा गम पद नि द पद निसा गम पद नि द पद मम गम गरि सनि धनि स गम द स गम पद पद निसा गम पद नि द पद मम गम गरि सनि धनि स पद पद निसा 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 धनि 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 गम पद नि द मम गम पद नि द मम गम गरि सरि सनि धनि स धनि निसा स ग गम स ग गम म द धनि धनि स ग सनि धनि सनि धनि द मम गम धनि स धनि ग म गम गरि सनि स ग ni sa ni da ba ma ga ma ga ri sa ni sa ga ma da ni sa ni da ba ma ga ma ga ri da da ni sa sa ga ga ni sa sa ga ga ma ma sa sa ga ga ma ma da ga ga ma ma da da ni ma ma da da ni sa da da ni sa sa ga मेरे डोलना सुन मेरे प्यार की धुन मेरे डोलना
നെക്സ്റ്റ് സോങ് ഈ കോളേജിന് ഒരുപാട് പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട ലിസി മാം ആൻഡ് ലത മാമിന് സ്പെഷ്യലി ഡെഡിക്കേറ്റഡ് ആണ്. ഹോപ്പ് യു ഗൈസ് ലൈക്ക് ഇറ്റ്. And Latha ma'am, this is for you.
നിന്റെ നന്ദന വൃന്ദാവനത്തിൽ പൂക്കും പാരിജാതത്തിൻ്റെ കൊമ്പിൽ നിന്റെ നന്ദന വൃന്ദാവനത്തിൽ പൂക്കും പാരിജാതത്തിൻ്റെ കൊമ്പിൽ വരും ജന്മത്തിലെങ്കിലും ശൗരേ ഒരു പൂവായി വിരിയാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞുവെങ്കിൽ നിന്റെ കാൽക്കൽ വീണടിയുവാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞുവെങ്കിൽ കാർമുകിൽ വർണ്ണന്റെ ചുണ്ടിൽ ചേരുമോടക്കുഴലിൻ്റെ ഉള്ളിൽ വീണുറങ്ങുന്നൊരു ശ്രീരാഗമേന്നിൽ പുൽകിയുണർത്താൻ മറന്നു കണ്ണൻ കൃഷ്ണ 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 കാർമുകിൽ വർണ്ണന്റെ ചുണ്ടിൽ ചേരുമോടക്കുഴലിൻ്റെ ഉള്ളിൽ
താങ്ക് യു സോ മച്ച്. 2 ദിവസം കൊണ്ട് പെട്ടെന്ന് പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്തൊരു സംഭവമാണ്. അപ്പോൾ എന്തെങ്കിലും തെറ്റുകളുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ക്ഷമിക്കുക. ഒരുപാട് സ്നേഹത്തോടു കൂടി നിങ്ങൾക്ക് രണ്ടുപേർക്കും വേണ്ടി ഡെഡിക്കേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നു.
Thank you, Samanvita and Pavitra, for that wonderful performance. Next, we have an amazing semi-classical dance performance by Rohini and team as an expression of gratitude for the years of care that both the teachers have showered upon their students. Like the divine relationship between Krishna and his mother Yashoda, our teachers have always been second mothers to us, directing our step towards the right path in every way. Once again, I invite Rohini and team on stage.
അമ്മയ്ക്കൊരും മണി കൊണ്ടുവായോ പീലിത്തേരുമുടി മാടിത്തരാമുണ്ണി ഓടക്കുഴലൂരി പാടിത്തായോ ആലോലം താലോലം താരാട്ടാം ഞാൻ നിന്നെ ആനന്ദ ശ്രീകൃഷ്ണ ഓടിവായോ
La 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 la. കൈ നിറയെ വെണ്ണ തരാം കവിളിലൊരുമ്മ തരാം കണ്ണൻ കവിളിലൊരുമ്മ തരാം കൈ നിറയെ വെണ്ണ തരാം കവിളിലൊരുമ്മ തരാം കണ്ണൻ കവിളിലൊരുമ്മ തരാം നിമ്മടി മേലെ തല ചാച്ചുറങ്ങ ചുറങ്ങാൻ കൊതിയുള്ളൊരുണ്ണീത ചാരേ കൈ നിറയെ വെണ്ണ തരാം കവിളിലൊരുമ്മ തരാം കണ്ണൻ കവിളിലൊരുമ്മ തരാം പാസാനിധ ഗമ പമഗരി സഗരി ഗമ പമഗരി ഗമ പ ദാത സാനി സഗരി ഗരി സനി രി സനി ധ പമഗരി ഗമ പ ഗമ പ.
What an amazing performance. I'm sure it touched all our hearts with a feeling of love and gratitude. Next up, we have a melodious performance by Mary Anaga and Gargi Mohan from 1st MSc Botany.
ഒരുങ്ങും ചന്തമിനുങ്ങണമിന്നൽ കൊടിയാരിവളെ കനവിലോ കുളിരുമായി വിരിയുമീ മുഖമിനി മഷി തൊടാം മിഴിയിലോ പരലുകൾ പിടയവേ അരുണമാം കവിളിലോ പുലരിയോ ശലഭമോ നടകളോ നദികളായി ഒഴുകിയോ പട്ടുതെന്നൽ മെല്ലെ തൊട്ടുറുമ്പി പോകെ പൊട്ടണിഞ്ഞു നിൽക്കും മുട്ടുലഞ്ഞു പോയോ സ്വപ്നം കണ്ടതെല്ലാം ഉള്ളംകൈയിൽ തൂകി സ്നേഹം നൽകും നാടേ സ്വർഗം തന്നെ നീയേ തീരത്തേതോ നാളിൽ പണ്ടേ ഇഷ്ടം തേടി അലഞ്ഞെന്നോ വെള്ളിത്തേരിൽ വിണ്ണിൽ പോരും മേഘത്തെല്ലാം പൊഴിയാതെ പൊന്നിൻ കാണിക്കൊന്നാടെ മുടി പൂത്തൊരുങ്ങും ചന്തമിനുങ്ങണമിന്നൽ കൊടിയാരിവളെ കനവിലോ കുളിരുമായി വിരിയുമീ മുഖമിനി മഷി തൊടാം മിഴിയിലോ പരലുകൾ പിടയവേ അരുണമാം കവിളിലോ പുലരിയോ ശലഭമാ നടകളോ നദികളായി ഒഴുകിയോ. താങ്ക് യു.
Okay. Thank you, girls. Next, we have an exciting person who's jumping backstage to pour her heart out for the retiring faculty. I invite Vaishnavi, former student and union member of this college, to speak for the retiring faculty.
Thank you. Good afternoon to one and all present here. Okay, this is totally unplanned. ഞാൻ ഇത്രയും നേരം ഓഡിയൻസിൽ വെറുതെ ഇരിക്കുകയായിരുന്നു. And to be honest, I still have the same feeling that I had the first time I came up on the stage. And എനിക്കറിയില്ല, ഞാനൊന്നും പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടല്ല വന്നത്. This is totally emotional and very impromptu, whatever's coming in my head. ഇന്ന് ഞാൻ ഇവിടെ ഇങ്ങനെ നിൽക്കുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ എനിക്ക് സ്റ്റുഡൻസിനോടാണ് പറയാനുള്ളത്. ഞാൻ ഇവിടെ നിന്ന് 2020 പാസ് ഔട്ടായി. ഞാൻ 5 years ഈ കോളേജിലുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. You will not understand the value of this place until and unless you leave this place. I couldn't come back to this place for 2 years because of COVID. And today when I am back, the moment I walked into the college, oh God, I can't explain in words that feeling. ഞാനൊരു നീണ്ട ശ്വാസം ഇങ്ങനെ അതിലുണ്ടായിരുന്നു എല്ലാം. എൻ്റെ ജീവനാണ് ഇവിടെ. ശരിക്കും my heart lies here. I may be away physically, but my mind, my emotion, everything is here. And Latha ma'am is retiring. I can't imagine St. Teresa's without Latha ma'am. Because for me, I'm not exaggerating even a bit when I say for me, St. Teresa's is Latha ma'am. Because, and obviously my department, I'm from the Department of Economics. The department made me fall in love with the subject. But if I am somebody who loves me today, I am a person with a lot of complications. And if I am somebody who loves me today, who thinks self-preservation is important, it's because of Latha ma'am. And I am so emotional. I am telling you, I have anchored on this stage numerous times for numerous events. ഇവിടെ നിന്ന് ഞാൻ കള്ളം പറയില്ല. ഞാൻ ഫസ്റ്റ് ഇയർ വന്നപ്പോൾ ഉണ്ടല്ലോ, ഞാൻ വീട് ഭയങ്കരമായിട്ട് മിസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഞാൻ ഭയങ്കര ഒരു പൊട്ടക്കുട്ടിയായിരുന്നു. എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ ഭയങ്കര ഹോം സിക്ക്, ഒന്നും ചെയ്യാൻ വയ്യ, എല്ലാം ഇങ്ങനെ ഭയങ്കര ഗ്ലൂമി നെഗറ്റീവായിട്ടിരിക്കുമായിരുന്നു. One fine day, I see this exuberant lady walking through the hallway, and I see her smile. And right now, I'll use Nivin Pauly's dialogue. പിന്നെ ചുറ്റുമുള്ളതൊന്നും കണ്ടില്ല സാറേ. It was exactly that feeling. And okay, I'm speechless right now. പിന്നെ ഞാൻ ഓരോ ദിവസവും ലത മാമിനെ എന്നെ അറിയില്ല, എനിക്ക് ലത മാമിൻ്റെ പേര് പോലും അറിയില്ല, ബിക്കോസ് ഐ എം ന്യൂ ഇൻ ടു കോളേജ്. പിന്നെ ഞാൻ എല്ലാ ദിവസവും ഹോസ്റ്റലിൽ നിന്ന് ഏകദേശം മാം വരുന്ന ഒരു ടൈമൊക്കെ കണ്ടുപിടിച്ച് ആ സമയത്ത് ഇറങ്ങുമായിരുന്നു മാമിൻ്റെ മുഖം ഒന്ന് കാണാൻ. കാരണം അന്ന് മാമിൻ്റെ മുഖം കണ്ടാൽ എൻ്റെ ദിവസം നല്ലതായിരിക്കും എന്ന് എന്തോ ഒരു വിശ്വാസം. ആ ഒരു വിശ്വാസം എന്നെ ഇവിടെ 5 വർഷം പിടിച്ചു നിർത്തി. I am thankful to the Department of Hindi. I was a Hindi student. I was fortunate enough to be taught by Usha ma'am, because of whom I met Latha ma'am. ഒരു ദിവസം ഞാൻ ക്ലാസ്സിൽ ഗ്ലൂമി ആയിട്ടിരിക്കുന്ന കണ്ടിട്ട് ടീന മാം, ഹിന്ദി ഡിപ്പാർട്ട്മെൻറ്റിലെ ടീച്ചറായിരുന്നു, ഇപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ ഇല്ല. ടീന മാം എന്നോട് പറഞ്ഞു, മീറ്റ് മീ ആഫ്റ്റർ ക്ലാസ്. ഞാൻ ഡിപ്പാർട്ട്മെൻറ്റിലേക്ക് പോയപ്പം ടീന മാം ഇങ്ങനെ എന്നോട് കുറേ കാര്യങ്ങൾ ചോദിച്ചു, എല്ലാം മനസ്സിലാക്കി. നെക്സ്റ്റ് ഡേ ഉഷ മാമിനെ മീറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറഞ്ഞു. ഞാൻ അവിടെ ചെന്നപ്പോൾ ലത മാം അവിടെ ഉണ്ട്. എന്നെ അറിയുകൂടിയില്ല, ഞാൻ ആരാന്ന് കൂടി അറിയില്ല, എൻ്റെ ഡിപ്പാർട്ട്മെൻറ്റ് ഏതാന്ന് പോലും അറിയില്ല. ഇത്ര മാത്രമേ എന്നോട് പറഞ്ഞുള്ളൂ, പോട്ടെ കണ്ണാ, സാരില്ല. Oh God, I burst into tears that day, and I let out everything I was holding within myself. You know, the lot of baggages that keep you, you know, that doesn't let you move forward. And since then, there's been no looking back for me. ഈ കോളേജിൽ ഞാൻ യൂണിയൻ മെമ്പറായി, ഈ കോളേജിൽ ഞാൻ മിസ് ടെരേസിനായി, ഈ കോളേജിൽ നിന്ന് എനിക്ക് സ്വപ്നം പോലും കാണാൻ പറ്റാത്ത റിച്ച്മണ്ട് യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റിയിലേക്ക് ഞാൻ പോയി. അതൊക്കെ ഈ ലത മാം കാരണമാണ്. ഞാൻ നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ ഞാൻ ഈ സ്റ്റേജിൽ നിന്ന് ഞാൻ കള്ളം പറയില്ല. ആൻഡ് ഐ നോ ദിസ് ഇസ് എ ഹ്യൂജ് തിങ് ടു സേ, ബട്ട് ഐ ഡെഡിക്കേറ്റ് മൈ ലൈഫ് ടു യു. This belongs to you. When I needed my mother, when I needed my father, when I needed somebody to hug me and tell me everything is going to be okay, it was her. ഞാൻ വീക്കെൻഡ്സിൽ വീട്ടിൽ പോകുമ്പം എന്നോട് ചോദിക്കും, കണ്ണാ നീ ഇന്ന് വീട്ടിൽ പോവാണോ? എന്നിട്ട് എൻ്റെ കയ്യിലേക്ക് പൈസ ചുരുട്ടി തരും, ഇത് വെച്ചോ. I mean, I have not reached where I promised her that I'll reach. But I promise today, in front of so many people on the stage, that I will one day and come and meet you. This is my promise, very personal promise to you. And I don't know, I mean, she's not anything less to me than my mother. എന്നെ പ്രസവിച്ചിട്ടില്ല എന്നേ ഉള്ളൂ, ആ മടിത്തട്ടിൽ വന്ന് കരഞ്ഞാൽ തീരുന്ന പ്രശ്നമേ എൻ്റെ ജീവിതത്തിൽ അന്നും ഇന്നും ഇനി നാളെയും ഉള്ളൂ എന്നെനിക്കറിയാം. താങ്ക് യു ലത മാം, ഐ ലവ് യു സോ മച്ച്. ഐ നീഡഡ് ടു സേ ദിസ് ആൻഡ് ഓൾസോ ടു പ്ലേസ് ഓൺ റെക്കോർഡ്. ഷീ ഹാസ് 2 days not taught me one lesson in class, but she has taught me millions and millions of lessons that I can take forward till the day I live on this planet. Selflessness, dedication, determination, how to face obstacles, ജീവിതത്തിൽ എങ്ങനെ ജീവിക്കണം തല ഉയർത്തിപ്പിടിച്ച് എന്ന് പഠിപ്പിച്ചു തന്ന ഒരാളാണ് ലത മാം. I am forever grateful to you. I bow down before you with so much of gratitude and gratification. Thank you so much. Thank you Swati ma'am. This was very impromptu. ഇവരുടെ പരിപാടിയുടെ ഇടയ്ക്ക് ഞാൻ കയറിയതാണ്. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vaishnavi. Today we have seen much of music, much of dance on the stage, all dedicated to Lizzy ma'am and Latha ma'am for their tireless efforts as part of this institution. It is now time for some dramatization. We present to you a magnificent mono act performance by Pratyusha of the Botany Department.
മാന്യ സദസ്സിന് വന്ദനം. ചില കുത്തക കമ്പനികൾ നടത്തുന്ന ചൂതാട്ടക്കളിയിൽ ജീവനും ജീവിതങ്ങളും നഷ്ടപ്പെടുന്ന 1000 പേരെ അവരുടെ ജീവിതം അവരുടെ പറ്റി ഞങ്ങൾ അറിഞ്ഞ് ഞങ്ങൾ കാണുന്നില്ല. നമുക്ക് നമ്മുടെ കണ്ണുകൾ തുറക്കാം. സൺ സിംഗർ മെഗാ ഷോയിലേക്ക് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഏവർക്കും സ്വാഗതം. നിങ്ങളെ കാത്തിരിക്കുന്നു 5 കോടിയുടെ വില്ലയും 50 ലക്ഷത്തിന്റെ കാറും. നിങ്ങൾ ചെയ്യേണ്ടത് ഇത്രമാത്രം: നിങ്ങളുടെ ഫോട്ടോ അടങ്ങിയ ഒരു ബയോഡേറ്റ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് അയച്ചു തരിക. ഇത്തവണ എൻ്റെ ആരതിക്കുട്ടി തന്നെയാണ് സൺസിംഗർ. കഴിഞ്ഞ വട്ടം അവളുടെ പകുതി പോലും പാടാത്തൊരു കൊച്ചിനാ സൺസിംഗർ അവാർഡ് കിട്ടിയത്. എടി സരസ്വതി, നിനക്കറിയത്തില്ലയോടി നമ്മുടെ കുഞ്ഞൂട്ടൻ്റെ കഥ? TV പഠിപ്പിച്ച് എല്ലാം വിറ്റ് തുലഞ്ഞില്ലേടി. ഇപ്പൊ വീട്ടിൽ നിറങ്ങി നടക്കാൻ പറ്റാത്ത അവസ്ഥയായില്ലേയോടി. ദാണ്ടേ തള്ള പിന്നെയും കാര്യനാക്കും വളച്ച് വന്നിരിക്കുന്നു. ഇത്തവണ എൻ്റെ ആരതിക്കുട്ടിക്ക് തന്നെയാ ആ സൺസിംഗർ അവാർഡ്. സരസു, എൻ്റെ കയ്യിലുള്ള എല്ലാ പണവും തീർന്നു. ഇനി ഞങ്ങൾ എന്താ ചെയ്യുക? ചേട്ടൻ ഒന്നിനും പേടിക്കണ്ടെന്നേ. സരസു പറഞ്ഞു 5 ലക്ഷം രൂപ കടം വേണമെന്ന് ഞങ്ങൾ കൊണ്ടുവന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. പക്ഷേ ഒരു ഉറപ്പിന് ആ ആധാരം ഇങ്ങാട്. സരസു, ആ തന്ന 5 ലക്ഷവും തീർന്നു. എൻ്റെ കയ്യിൽ ഇനി ഒന്നുമില്ല. നിങ്ങൾ എന്താ ചെയ്യുക? ചേട്ടൻ എന്തിനാ ഇങ്ങനെ പേടിക്കുന്നേ? സരസു പറഞ്ഞു 5 ലക്ഷം കൂടി കടം വേണമെന്ന്. ഈട് തരാൻ ഒന്നുമില്ല. സാരില്ല, ആരതി കൂട്ടി അങ്ങോട്ട് വരൂ. അമ്മേ, എനിക്ക് വേണ്ടമ്മേ. എനിക്ക് അങ്ങനെ ഒരു സിംഗറും ആവണ്ട. ഇപ്പൊ തന്നെ നമുക്കെല്ലാം നഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടു. അച്ഛൻ്റെ ജോലി, നമ്മുടെ വീട്. ഇനി എന്നെയും കൂടി കളഞ്ഞിട്ട് വേണോ അമ്മയ്ക്ക് സ്വപ്നത്തിലെ റാണിയാവാൻ? എല്ലാം വിറ്റ് തൊലച്ചു ഈ സരസു. പക്ഷേ ഞാൻ കണ്ടത് ആ 5 കോടിയും 50 ലക്ഷത്തിന്റെ കാറുമാണ്. ഞാൻ പറയുന്നത് നീ അങ്ങ് അനുസരിച്ചാ മതി. വാ അമ്മ. വേണ്ടമ്മേ, വാ ചെല്ലോ. സുന്ദരി പെണ്ണ് ഉന്നെ വെച്ച് ഞാൻ 50 ലക്ഷം സമ്പാദിപ്പേ. വാമ ചെല്ലോ. സർ വേണ്ട സർ, എൻ്റെ അമ്മയ്ക്ക് ഭ്രാന്ത. സർ വേണ്ട സർ. എന്നാണ് പേசுற? സർ വേണ്ട സർ. എടാ നീ അറിഞ്ഞു? നമ്മുടെ ബാങ്ക് മാനേജറിന്റെ മോളുടെ ഫോട്ടോ ഫേസ്ബുക്കിൽ. ഇപ്പൊ അതാ എൻ്റെ ഫോണിലും. മോളെ, അമ്മേൻ്റെ മുഖം എന്താ പറ്റിയേ? മോളെ, മുഖം എന്താ പറ്റിയേ? വേണ്ട, കഴുകൻ ചെന്നായിക്കൾ എല്ലാം കൂടി തന്നെ. എൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് വരരുത് മോളെ. അമ്മേൻ്റെ പൊന്നു മുഖം എന്താ പറ്റിയേ? വേണ്ട അമ്മേ, വേണ്ട. ഏട്ടാ, നമ്മൾ ആരതി കൊച്ചിന് എന്താ പറ്റിയേ? നാളെ അവൾക്ക് സെമി ഫൈനൽസ് ഉള്ളതാ. ഇന്ന് എല്ലാവരുടെയും ഫൈനലാടി സരസു. എല്ലാവരുടെയും ഫൈനലാ. ഞാൻ കണ്ടു മോളെ, അച്ഛൻ കണ്ടു മോളെ നിന്റെ ഫേസ്ബുക്കിലെ ഫോട്ടോ. സരസു, നീ എന്നെ സൂക്ഷിച്ച് നോക്കണം. നിങ്ങൾ കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ? ആ ബസ് സ്റ്റാൻഡിൽ നിന്നും വരുന്ന ആ ഗാനം. ഒരു രൂപ തരണേ സാരേ സൺസിംഗറാരതിയ, ഞാൻ സൺസിംഗറാരതിയ. ഇനിയെങ്കിലും നമുക്ക് നമ്മുടെ കണ്ണുകൾ തുറക്കാം. നന്ദി.
Thank you, Pratyusha, for that heartfelt performance. It is time for a fusion dance, especially curated using the famous songs of our favorite teachers' favorite actors. We present to you a retro dance fusion of Mammootty songs performed just for our beloved teachers by Alina and team.
മാനേ മധുര കരിമ്പേ മലർത്തേനെ മദന കുഴമ്പേ മാനേ മധുര കരിമ്പേ മലർത്തേനെ മദന കുഴമ്പേ ഒന്ന് വന്നാട്ടെ തെല്ലു നിന്നാട്ടെ നാണമെന്തെ ചൊല്ലു ചൊല്ലു നാവിറങ്ങിപ്പോയോ മാനേ മധുര കരിമ്പേ മലർത്തേനെ മദന കുഴമ്പേ.
ജോർജെ, വണ്ടി കത്തിയ നമ്പർ പ്ലേറ്റ് എങ്കിലും കിട്ടും. അവിടെ തന്നെ നിൽക്കാതെ ഇങ്ങോട്ട് കയറി വാ ജോർജെ. ജോർജ് സാറ് പണ്ടേ ഇങ്ങനെ ഞങ്ങളെയൊക്കെ കാണുമ്പോ ഭയങ്കര നാണം.
ലോട്ടസത്ത മിഴിയാൽ ചാട്ടുളി നീ എറിഞ്ഞാൽ ബോഗൻവില്ല തനു ഞാൻ ബോറടിയാൽ തഴുകും. ഡോങ്കോ ഡോങ്കോ മണ്ടിപ്പെണ്ണെ മയിലേ എന്നോടൊന്ന് സ്പീക്കിക്കൂടെ കുയിലേ. ഓടിവാ കരളെ പെണ്ണാള് പാടിവാ ലൗഗാനം. ഓടിവാ കരളെ പെണ്ണാള് പാടിവാ ലൗഗാനം. നാണമെന്ത് ചൊല്ലു ചൊല്ലു നാവിറങ്ങിപ്പോയോ മാനേ. La 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 oh la la la. ശാന്തമീ രാത്രിയിൽ വാദ്യഘോഷാദികൾ കൊണ്ടുവാ കൊണ്ടുവാ. കുമ്പെട് തജും 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 കുറുങ്കുഴൽ കൊട് തജും 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 തം തത്തെട് തജും 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 തകിൽപ്പുറം കൊട് തജും 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 തജും. നഗരതീരങ്ങളിൽ ലഹരിയിൽ കുതിരവേ.
ഈ ജീവിതത്തിൽ ഞാൻ ആരെങ്കിലും സ്നേഹിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അതെന്റെ മേഴ്സിയായിരുന്നു. എനിക്ക് അവൾ ജീവനായിരുന്നു. അവൾ എന്റെ ഭാര്യയായിരുന്നു, എന്റെ മോളായിരുന്നു, എന്റെ അമ്മയായിരുന്നു.
അലോൺ, ഇവിടെ ഈ ഹിറ്റ്ലർ മാധവൻകുട്ടിയുടെ വീട് എവിടെ?
മണിത്തുമ്പൂവിൻ തേനും തായോ. ചിത്തും കാറ്റേ കൊതിച്ചു പൂങ്കാറ്റേ ചിഞ്ചക ചക്കം ചക്കം ചിഞ്ചക ചക്കം മണിത്തുമ്പൂവിൻ തേനും തായോ. ചിഞ്ചക ചക്കം ചക്കം ചിഞ്ചക ചക്കം
ഇല്ലെന്ന് പറയുന്നതാണ് സത്യം. എന്റെ മോഹം, എന്റെ ധ്യാനം, എന്റെ രക്തത്തിൽ, ഞരമ്പുകളിൽ 13-ാം വയസ്സ് മുതൽ പടർന്നു കയറിയ ഉന്മാദം, അവളെയാണ് ഞാൻ ഉപേക്ഷിക്കേണ്ടി വരുന്നത്. മച്ചുനൻ ചന്തു അവളെ അർഹിക്കുന്നില്ല. അവൾക്ക് നല്ലത് വരട്ടെ, എന്നും നല്ലത് വരട്ടെ.
സുഗന്ധം ചൂടിയതാരോ കാറ്റോ കാമിനിയോ, ചന്ദനലേപ സുഗന്ധം ചൂടിയതാരോ കാറ്റോ കാമിനിയോ, മൈവർണ്ണപ്പെട്ടി തുറന്നു കൊടുത്തത് യൗവനമോ ഋതുദേവതയോ, യൗവനമോ ഋതുദേവതയോ, ചന്ദനലേപ സുഗന്ധം ചൂടിയതാരോ കാറ്റോ കാമിനിയോ.
വെണ്ണക്കല്ലിൽ നിന്നെ കൊത്തി വെള്ളിപ്പൂത്തിങ്കൾ, കണ്ണിൽ കണ്ണിൽ നാടിച്ചെത്തി നക്ഷത്ര പക്ഷി. വെണ്ണക്കല്ലിൽ നിന്നെ കൊത്തി വെള്ളിപ്പൂത്തിങ്കൾ, കണ്ണിൽ കണ്ണിൽ നാടിച്ചെത്തി നക്ഷത്ര പക്ഷി.
മെല്ലെ മെല്ലെ മുല്ലേ തരുമുന്നാഴിത്തേ, എല്ലാം എല്ലാം നിന്നോടൊരു ചൊല്ലായി ചൊല്ലാം.
വർഗിച്ച യവൻ പുലിയാണ് കേട്ടാ. നമ്മൾ ഒരു വരവൂടെ വരേണ്ടി വരും.
What an electrifying performance. Thank you very much, Alina and team. Now, before we end our cultural program, we have a small surprise for Lizzy ma'am. With a warm heart, I'd like to invite Lizzy ma'am's daughter, Ms. Asha, on stage for a melodious performance.
മൗനസരോവരമാ സുരസുന്ദരിയാം യാമിനി പോലും പാടുകയായി മധുഗാനം മായാ മൗനസരോവരമാകെയുണർന്നു സ്നേഹമനോരഥവേഗമുയർന്നു.
Thank you so much for that beautiful performance. That brings us to the end of the cultural programs. Before we disperse, let's honor our nation by singing the national anthem. Kindly rise.